Good morning. Welcome to my garden. How exciting is this? Right, I just want to say welcome this morning, by the way. Hope you're feeling, well, everyone's going to be all cheerful after today's show, aren't they? My producer, Hannah, has a lot going on in her brain, doesn't she? She's literally taken the show and just completely transformed it into the most amazing garden show for us all. Those of you that have been watching over the last couple of weeks, you've probably heard that Hannah has taken up gardening as quite a serious lockdown hobby. And she went to the garden centre yesterday, managed to make quite a few purchases, so decided last night to call me up, call Hayley, call marketing Hayley, head of TV Hayley, and say, right, I need this for my new show. So you are about to get some amazing deals, some beautiful treats, lots of brand new products, and also I think it was probably Delphine's demonstration that sort of led us to think, oh, we've got to do this amazing, well, we've got to do this garden theme after we've seen her incredible needle felting. It's a new technique here to Sewing Street, and it's a new technique to me actually, working in the sewing world for the last few years, and I've never seen needle felting, and it's an absolute work of art. Have a look at this. Isn't it amazing? This is needle felting. Delphine Brooks is going to be joining us back at 9 o'clock this morning, so in an hour's time she's going to be back with us. It's going to be so exciting to see that. I can't wait for that demo. We've got loads coming up, brand new fabrics. You might have seen the bee fabric that I put on the Facebook page yesterday. We've got beautiful floral fabrics coming up. We've got friction pens this hour launching at 8:30. Haven't had them here at Sewing Street before, and I know so many of you have been asking us to get those in as your favourite marking tool, so I'll be talking about those at 8:30. What else do I need to tell you? There's so much. Right, we want your input. More than ever today, please bombard us with photographs. We want to see loads and loads of pictures. It's a rainy June day. We need cheering up with some nice garden photographs. And I know that during the last few weeks, a lot of people have been busy in their gardens or going to lovely parks and taking nice pictures. Please send them in. Now, you can send, of course, put them on the Sewing Street Facebook page, Sewing Street TV, or email them to us. Please send them through to the studio if you want to see them on the telly. We can put them on air this morning. studio@sewingstreet.com. studio@sewingstreet.com is our studio email. It'll go straight up to Hannah, who's my producer today in the gallery. Should we start with, well, actually, let's start with something different today. The early bird will be coming up as normal, but as I said, Hannah had a bit of a eureka moment of thinking, right, I want to do this and this and this and this and this. So she rang Hayley at 8 o'clock last night and said, right, I need a discounted deal for everybody to start the show. This is how it works. Hannah, yes, bit of a diva. She just demands. But she gets what she wants, she does. Because we've got for you the best deal to start the show. It is, like an early bird, it's for today and today only. So if you've been eyeing up these, they're always on our set because we absolutely love them. The gorgeous little drawstring bag, and I absolutely love this. All of the bits included as well. You've got your pin cushion, your thread, your needle threader, your unpicker, your tape measure, your scissors, little pocket with all the lovely little bees on. So both of these have been bundled together. Now, normally this would cost, if you were to buy these individually, it would cost £40. Today, you're going to make a saving for today and today only. A saving of £8. How about that to start the show? Do make the most of it. Now, if you do want it, because it was quite last minute, late last night, you do need to search the code on the website. It's like our little secret. Those of you that are watching right now, you can get an £8 discount on this. So the item code you can see is at the top of the screen there. It's JHXC19. Now, you can either go onto our web shop and type it into the product code search. I'll show you in a second. Or you can call the customer service team, which is free to do so on that number there, 0800 001 4433. It's free to call them and just ask for this bundle. It's for today only, an £8 saving. Normally it would cost £40 for these two, and they look beautiful, don't they? I love the detail. We love all of our lovely bees. Whether you're keeping your wool in here, your crochet bits and bobs, just as a nice little storage bag for your threads, they're great, aren't they? £31.98, and this is such a beautiful gift. And useful, all useful bits, aren't they? £31.98. So That's a little treat from Hannah. Little treat from Hannah. I've put on my my rain mac because it's a bit rainy, isn't it, at the moment? I know that over the last few weeks we've had gorgeous weather and everyone's been doing the gardens, but now we're allowed, you know, to go to our parks. Obviously socially distant with our friends in the garden, but it's all rainy, so I've been making the most of wearing my mac. So, right, make the most of that. It is £8 saving today. It's with an £8 saving. So speak to the customer service team if you want to add that to your order, or use the code at check, or use the code to find the item on the web. What was I going to show you next? Sorry, can I show you the bee fabric that's coming up in the last hour? 10 o'clock today. Or if you can't wait, as I know so many people were asking me on Facebook yesterday when this is coming up, it's coming up in our 10 o'clock show, but you can now purchase it on the web by the half metre. Both of these beautiful colourways. I love that minty green, that is gorgeous, and the blue. And in fact, Hannah has made for everybody a bit of a tutorial of how to make a lovely little pin cushion. And that was only using a very, very small piece of this fabric. You can see Hannah's circles on there, but so much still left over. So if you want to get making some nice little treats or gifts for people, then they're beautiful, aren't they? And using the little bee buttons, which we'll see as well at 10 o'clock. So stay tuned for those. If you do want to get involved, www.sewingstreet.com is the website, and remember to type in the code at the top of the screen if you want the special discount on those, limited number on those. Right, shall we start the show as we normally do with the early bird, because that's not even the early bird. Well done if you've already checked out, congratulations, big saving on that. There's less than 30 of those bundles, but we thought we'd do a little garden special treat for everybody. We couldn't do any more. Now, when we're going to do a garden-themed show, there is a fabric that we have to have. So to have it as an early bird is extra special. It's Liberty. Liberty fabric, beautiful quality with complementary solids as well from us. So these are our Rose and Hubble. Beautiful complementary solids. And then we all know Liberty as, of course, well, they're known for their ditzy prints. They're known for their floral prints. It's stunning quality, quilting weight fabric. Let me open it out and show you just how much Liberty you're getting here, because as soon as you see the price, it is going to fly. Today, if you want the early bird special, be quick, because it's £11.47. How good is that? Half a metre of Liberty, half a metre of blue and half a metre of pink. It looks beautiful, doesn't it, with our set? It looks absolutely gorgeous. So that's already pre-cut, remember, half a metre. How about doing things like notebook covers? How about doing things like little accessory bags? And then you've also got these two complementing colours, which I must say, when you're looking on the website, quite often the pictures are quite small, aren't they? That it's hard to pick out, right, what is the right pink? Because we've got an array of different pinks on the website. Or what's the right peach to complement these flowers, and what's the right blue? Our team has done it absolutely perfectly for you. So you've got the two complementing colours. What about for bag making? Having a lining or storage tubs, then you've got these contrasting colours for your lining. How about doing, again, purses or bags with linings, or cushions? These could be the backs of your cushions. £11.47, saving of £3 as today's early bird special. It's not very often that you see Liberty discounted, is it? You know, when you see, this is why we knew it was going to be a very special day today. When you see Liberty as your early bird special, grab it. Everyone's busy, oh, well, yeah, busy bees at home today, checking out their basket. There's now less than 20 of those bundles left already. And again, this is going to be limited stock sooner or later. It's £11.47 for all three fabrics, including your Liberty. Beautiful quilting weight cotton, by the way. You could make beautiful garden cushions, couldn't you? You could make absolutely beautiful garden cushions. They would be gorgeous. Or the storage boxes with the bozal, like we saw with Living in Loveliness. They'd be really nice with something like this. £11.47, it is an early bird special, which means it's only while stocks last. Today and today only. I don't think that will last the day, though. Right. Now, something we do need as an essential in our craft, sort of pencil case, is marking tools. Now, we all have different personal preferences on marking tools, but we always ask for your input of what you would like us to get in stock. And one thing, since we launched the show back in February, a lot of people have been asking for is friction pens. So, for anybody who has been asking, We are bringing them you today at 8:30, so not long to wait for those. We've got 4 different colours, we've got a bundle, and we've got them individually. So if you want to try out using a ballpoint pen, they weren't actually initially designed as a marking tool for fabric, but they work really, really well as they are raised with heat. I'm going to talk about these in about 15 minutes time, 20 minutes time. We've got blue, black, green and red, depending on what fabrics you're working with. We'll do a little demo if you've never seen them before. We'll have a look at how great they are and why so many people love those. Just to let you know, there's now only of these. There's only 7 bundles left already. Not going to last. If you do want that early bird special, it's £11.47. We're nearing on selling out of those. Less than 20 of Hannah's special bundle and now extremely limited on the early bird. Good morning, Dan. Jan, sorry. Jan, I'm so sorry. Jan, good morning, Jan. And good morning, Dan, if you're watching. I'm pleased you got all the bumblebees. They're your favourite animal. Oh, I love them. They are gorgeous. Bumblebees so important to our garden as well, aren't they? Lovely. We love our bumblebees. They're coming up, by the way, the fabric's coming up in the 10 o'clock show. So stay tuned for those. You can buy them on the web if you want, though, before. Okay, please send in all your gardening pictures and we'll show them throughout the show. I've got a lot going on this table today, a lot going on. So, May Morris, I'm pleased that I get to do this for one last time with Hannah because I know how passionate Hannah is about May Morris. All of the other bundles have now sold out. The very last chance of owning this huge mega bundle. It's our favourite in this beautiful ebony colourway as well. The reason that I'm really pleased that I got to do this with Hannah again is because I know how passionate she is about this. And as soon as we're able to go to the V&A Museum, I'll absolutely be making a visit with our Hannah to have a look at the amazing May Morris sort of collection there. Moda have actually teamed up with the V&A to create this collection of May Morris. Now, those of you that don't know May Morris, please have a look into the life of William Morris's daughter, May. She was actually the head of the embroidery department at the age of 24 for Morris & Co. So those of you that have seen maybe this print before and are thinking of this as William Morris, it was his daughter who designed it. It's amazing. This one was called Willow? Honeysuckle, and this one was called Arcadia, which was actually taken from a design that was put on wallpaper. So those of you that may have recognised this print, there's so many very iconic prints that I've always associated with William Morris, and now have got this absolutely newfound love for May. She's just incredible. She was not only a brilliant embroiderer, but also designer, teacher. Yeah, have a look at this. Talking about our love for gardening this morning. This was taken from the National Trust website, and it was talking about May Morris. It was a quote from her diary, aged just 8. I'm very untidy and always very dirty, and sometimes I'm ashamed to say very naughty. That's just like our Hannah, isn't it? She spent most of her childhood outdoors. As a child, May loved the outdoors, said her to favour flowers over people and often getting into trouble for bringing them home, pebbles, and making holes in her handkerchief. She seemed quite mischievous, didn't she? Love her. It sounds like our Hannah, actually. These are all Hannah's flowers, just that she's got dotted around her living room on our set. So, yeah, she's like, I'm bringing in some flowers in the morning. For someone who suffers quite badly with hay fever, she has found a new passion for gardening, which is this is why she struggles so much with the hay fever. She lives life on the edge, our rebellious Hannah. So, this whole bundle, amazing price point of £58.99. I think we're literally down to the last handful of these bundles, and quite a lot of them have sold out by the half metre, so we're unable to rebundle it, basically. 4 metres of your Moda May Morris in ebony colourway. And they're all gorgeous. I'd probably get a couple of our solids off the website as well. Remember, they're always on there. You can go onto the web shop just to make sure that this goes even further. But it is, of course, going to go a long way. It's 4 metres of fabric. But to make it go even further, have a look at the solids that we've got. £58.99, very, very limited. Bearing in mind, you're getting a lot for your money. Let me show you. Every single one of these half metres is like that. So it's a lot of fabric, isn't it? £58.99. If you do love Moda, as I say, I know quilters who seem to only buy Moda fabric. It's gorgeous quality quilting fabric, but great for home furnishings as well, brilliant for bag making. Teamed up, as I say, with the V&A Museum to make this incredible collection. And we have actually got it back in stock. We bought a small amount back in stock. It's not very often that we do that because we like to be bringing you different collections, but because of the popular demand, we actually bought a small collection back. I don't think we'll be able to do that again. I don't know whether we'll be able to get any more May Morrison. So do make the most of it whilst you can. It's £58.99. I never say never, and if we can, we will, but extremely limited now. Okay. Nearly time, by the way, for the friction pens. We're going to be doing those at 8:30. Already people checking out on those. If you know about friction pens, just go for it already. Absolutely make the most of it. Is that gone? One left. Oh no, completely gone. Completely gone. Well done if you managed to get the early bird and move that out of the way. The special. Can I show you how you put the code in? There's now less than 20 of these. If you go to the website, it's www.sewingstreet.com. Now, because this was a really last minute deal, it's like our little secret. You need to type in the code to find it. It's not underneath, it's on the web. So have a look. It's www.sewingstreet.com. It will redirect you to Jewellery Maker page and type in the item code there at the top, which is J, if I remember. J, H, X. There it is. C19. Click on that and you'll find it. And then £8 saving today, normally £40. Add to your basket, check out with 1 P&P all day long. Remember, you can buy as much as you want off the website and still only pay £1 post and packaging. A lot of people also checking out on Delphine's kit. Amazing kit coming up at 9 o'clock. If you love, if you've seen the pictures on Facebook, if you've seen needle felting before, that's going to be brilliant, especially if you love this garden theme. Really excited for that, 9 o'clock. We've got a picture come through. We're going to wait just a second for our slide. Don't forget, our beautiful bee fabric's going to be launched soon. Lots of people checking out on those. I've got another May Morris bundle. Oh. We've got the different colourways. Oh, my word. Right, so, half metres, individually. Are they going to be individual or a bundle? Individual. Right, so, I've got the blue, which is... This one is called, I don't know if I don't know. I don't have any honeysuckles. I've got Arcadia in blue. We can do that one. It's absolutely gorgeous in blue as well. Look at this. See, I'll go through some of the books in a minute because we've got some great inspiration in the Big Blocks quilt. That even if you're not using, you know, flowery fabrics, you can do some great applique using templates of floral sort of vine designs, and I think it would look amazing with this. Remember, buy the ½ metre. So you can buy as much as you want if you're thinking for larger projects. What about for soft furnishings like blinds or curtains even? Or some really opulent duvet sets. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Quilting weight cotton, £7, 49.5 metre. That's your Studio Arcadia on blue. And it's on this really lovely deep midnight blue, isn't it? Just £7.49, 1 P&P all day long. Even if you're buying multiple units, you'll still only pay 1 P&P. I've got a picture from Alan. Hello, good morning, Alan. Alan, yes. Let's have a look at the picture. Ooh, amazing. Hi there, love watching Sewing Street. Do I have a question though? Can I buy a full bolt of fabric, please? I will ask the buying team. We'll have to get a bolt showing. That would be really good, wouldn't it? That's what Alan made with the butterfly fabric. That's amazing, isn't it? I love the bucket hat. Bucket hat, looks like a nice little satchel. They're amazing. Yeah, let's open this up. I said to have a look at garden pictures. Any garden makes, any floral or butterflies or bees fabric, we want to see them in. Do send them into studio@sewingstreet.com, studio@sewingstreet.com. Lynn sent in her picture as well. We'll have a look at that in a second. No photo, she's just messaged. The set looks lovely and cheerful this morning. Thank you. Lots of flowers. She says, Delphine is amazing. I've already ordered my sunflower felting kit, she said. It's coming out. It is on the website if you do want to get ahead of the rush and get it. Make sure you reserve your place. The sunflower one you can see there on screen is absolutely gorgeous. Delphine's going to be talking us through. We're going to have a look at them in real depth with her at 9 o'clock. She's done a pre-recorded demonstration for us. But the kits at the moment are available on the website if you do want to make the most of it. Oh, I love my little solar panel. I keep finding little bits and bobs. They're not mine. They're not mine. I can't claim this as my own. What are my own, though, are... Have you spotted... Oh, no! Why have you covered them up? Can you see them? These are obviously very, very real tulips. How lovely are these? Look, they've got lights in them. But yeah, that was my input to the set dressing, and Kat's decided to cover them. So let's go back to May Morris. We've got the crimson tulip fabric, which is, I believe, does it look like that? Thank you. Thank you. Do have a look on the website what is available by the half metre as well. Just type in May Morris and you'll see all the half metre pieces. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, this is, do you know the technique that we saw yesterday when we were looking at Tulip Pink, almost using the mirror for EPP designs? I think this would be really cool for doing some symmetry, sort of EPP piecing. It's £7.49 a half metre, and the colours are absolutely beautiful. There's lovely detail as well between each of the tulips. Just £7.49 a half metre. Just £7.49. Okay, let's have a look at some inspiration, because I've not seen this book before. It was launched literally, well, this week, beginning of the week. It's absolutely amazing. You can't get this anywhere else either at the moment. It is completely exclusive to us. You also are going to get, sorry, I just don't want to knock anything over by leaning. So you're also getting 5 free skeins with this. It's exclusive to us at the moment. The Q Book of Embroidered Flowers. It's absolutely beautiful. We launched it. It's an exclusive to us here in the UK, and it is now extremely limited. If you missed it at the start of the week, you get 5 free DMC skeins to have a bit of a go with it. So let's have a good old look. Just going to move these out of the way. So... my auntie used to live near Kew Garden, so I've got such fond memories of going there. It's absolutely beautiful. So you have inside, in the pouch, I'm not going to take the sellotape off, but inside there you've got your iron-on transfers to be able to create some of these incredible, incredible motifs. And they are actually ones that you can reuse. I'm not sure how many times, but I think you'll get a few uses out of them. So I think this is such a beautiful, beautiful coffee table book. It's beautiful. There's so many great photos, but also I think it's one of those that you could pick up and learn so much, even if you're completely new to this. So talking you through preparation, how to, even things of washing your embroidery, blocking your embroidery, mounting your embroidery, stitch instructions, talking you through what all of the names of the stitches are and how you do them with really clear diagrams before you get into going into some lovely projects. Look at this ombre of colour, to be able to create something as detailed as this. Gosh, this is gorgeous, isn't it? Oh, I love that. Satin stitches, outlines. There are so many projects in here to keep you busy. So maybe if you're not so good at keeping, your garden alive. I'm not a very good gardener at all, but I'd love to sit and have a go at this. Oh, look, and there's also butterflies. See, I suppose even if you're not using this as in wall art, you could use this in cards, you could use this on clothes, you could embroider on bags, you can embroider on cushions. It doesn't necessarily need to be that wall art in a hoop sort of, oh, look at this, our bee. How incredibly detailed. Talking about the order of work, which way you do it first, how to do all of the breakdown and what colours to use, and it just adds such texture. Aren't they amazing? Make the most of this because it's just £21.99 and it's exclusive to us here in the UK. All of your templates as well as they're in the back. Just £21.99. I'll come back to this. Can I just... Oh, May Morris now, incredibly limited. So, the bundle, the ebony bundle, has now sold out. If you love any of these ones and you want them by the half metre, have a look on the web shop because they're not all available, but there are still some May Morris available by the half metre. Bundle now sold out though. How about these ones? There's half metres on the web. All of the bundles now sold out, but just for space, I'm going to pop these down here, but do look for your half metres. Friction pens, less than 5 minutes. We're going to launch friction pens in less than 5 minutes. We've not seen them here at Sewing Street before, so really excited about that. Also, just a reminder, there are now way under 20 chances to be able to get this with an £8 saving. If you love both of these, if you've seen them before, normally they're £40 today, they're £31.98. Thanks to our Hannah. Make the most of those. Search the code on the web. It's a bit of a secret. Right, let's have a look at the other book because this one, if you're thinking of doing sort of a floral piece but you haven't got any floral fabrics, if you've got lots that's in your stash, what we love about this, there's 10 projects in here. Annie's quilting books are always very popular because look, the value for money is absolutely amazing. You're looking at pence a project. So 10 projects. If I just open this up here, I'm just going to have a look at this one because you can see how using even solid fabrics and appliquing them on in a floral design. So you get all your templates to be able to do this design. You can cut out and create such beautiful applique pieces. So it doesn't necessarily need to be a floral design, as a floral fabric, but it looks amazing in a floral design. £8.99, but there's some really great big block quilts, which, do you know what I love about big block quilts? They come together very, very quickly. They do. They come together very quickly indeed. And if you love a certain print on a fabric and you don't want to subcut really, really small so you lose the pattern, then this book would be great for you. Talking about what skills you'll use and skill level. So this is for a confident beginner. That's a 72-inch square quilt. I mean, it's huge. This is like John Cole Morgan style quilts, big quilts. Another confident beginner, another 72 by 52, so big, beautiful colours. How about this with any of your Alison Glass from yesterday? Any of those beautiful rainbow fabrics, this would look brilliant with that. Or your medallion ribbon, that's lovely with tules even. Some of your big floral fabrics. Your Pebble Beach, that's lovely as well in those nautical colours. You could use some of your barley pops maybe. But as I say, if you do love applique, get your Bonder web out and get some of your nice solids and you can create still the floral look without using floral fabrics. £8.99. What was that? Sorry, Hannah. Oh, I know. They are lovely colours, aren't they? In fact, Hannah's saying they remind me of Anne's quilt that she's just sent, photo that she's just sent in. Let's have a look. Oh, nice. Morning, Vicki and Hannah. Oh, my word. They're tulips. What beautiful tulips. Oh, my word. They're gorgeous, aren't they? I've never seen tulips like that. I've never seen tulips that colour before. They're gorgeous. Thank you for sending a picture. Keep them coming in. Any flowers, any garden makes. We're talking all things summery gardening. I know that it's more rain mac weather, isn't it, at the moment, but we brought the summer to you. Don't you worry. To your living room or your kitchen, wherever you're watching us. So Annie's quilting book, there's so many projects in there and they're really thorough and very, they're really great at sort of spacing out your instructions, very detailed for anybody who's brand new. £8.99, great price as well. Is it time? The time is now. Are we ready? It is Friction pen time. It's £14.96 for all 4 of your friction pens. Now, we all have different. We're not going to do them separately here on the show. We've got them separately on the web if you just want to try one out. But if you want the whole bundle, or ask the team, but if you want them individually, but if you want all of them, depending on what fabrics you're using, I think it's good to have a choice of colours, isn't it? So you get black, blue, green and red. Now, those of you that already know friction pens, I know that you're all over this already, checking out your baskets very quickly. For anybody who's never seen these before, why are they so many people's choice of marking tool? Now, there are quite a few different marking tools out there, aren't there? And everybody has personal preference. And I would still suggest, like I would with any marking tool, testing it on the fabric to check that you're happy with how it erases. But the reason that I love this is because actually this is designed not for fabric necessarily, it was just designed to use on paper. So I wrote out all of my wedding invitations using a friction pen because you write literally like it's a ballpoint pen, just like a biro, and you can write, but also it's got like a rubber on the end as well to write it out. So if I'm writing my wedding invitations to Hannah, you can come to my wedding, Hannah, and I haven't spelt your name wrong, I don't think, but if I had, the great thing about it is that obviously, yeah, Hannah does like to upset me. She's not coming anymore. I need to change that. So she made me wear my rain mat that I've had since I was about 10 years old on the telly. So, look, so you can use the rubber on the end. So that was how it was sort of been designed to use it, like that. But, oh, by the way, if you're doing any homework or anything like this, we heard a story that somebody then laminated their work because with any heat, it will disappear. So somebody put it through a laminator and then just laminated basically a plain piece of paper. Don't laminate your homework after you've done it with a friction pen. You might need to use a normal pen for that. The reason that homeschooling, not going too well when you've laminated all of someone's lovely work with it. So I've got a circle cut out of these. The reason that we love them as crafters and quilters and bag makers, dressmakers, is because you can use this as a marking tool and it will disappear with heat, as I said. So you can use this. I'm going to use a different colour as I've just used black. Let's go blue. It's got a really lovely fine tip, so you can, of course, do some quite accurate and great markings on your quilt. If you want to mark where something needs to be, if you want to do notches, or if you want to do your seam allowance on there in difficult areas, if you want to mark on your cross hatch for your quilting, whatever you want to do, obviously do it a lot neater than this, but test your fabric first and check that you're happy with it, or you just want to play noughts and crosses like I obviously do today. Then I've just got a cotton fabric, just check that you're happy with it. I haven't even tested this out yet this morning, but look, really quickly, this is where the magic happens. Straight away, it will disappear. It's brilliant. Now, it might come back if you're in extreme, and I mean extreme, cold temperatures. I told you the story about the laminator. I also heard of somebody who had a quilt that they were sending off for a quilt competition, and it went into the hold of a plane and the markings came back from their quilt design, so that wasn't good. But if you're gonna, most of us aren't maybe putting it in the freezer. Just so you're aware, in extreme cold conditions, the markings will come back. But if you are thinking of using maybe like air erasers, I seem to find that they can disappear quite quickly. Hannah wrote out Laura's birthday card with an air eraser pen. She had it by the window and all of her markings had gone. Whereas this is brilliant. Depending on what fabric you're using, you've got all of these different colours. So we've got red, we've got green, we've got blue. You'll need the different colours depending on what fabrics. It's useful to have these different ones depending on which one, what you're using. What's that, sorry? Oh yeah, lots of designers have asked for these. Or if we haven't got it in stock, obviously they're launching today. So prior to this, when we've had guest designers say, oh, can I just, do you mind if I use my friction pen on air? We say, well, we haven't got them in yet, but yeah, use whatever you feel comfortable with. So we've always been saying, since day dot, since back in February, we said, right, we need to get friction pens in. And it's taken this long, so do make the most of it. But straight away, gone. let me do it again on this side. I just want to check that it's not too hot. So there's your green, blue, red, black. You could do dressmaking markings that you need, can't you, as well? Having different colours, I think, actually helps. And it says, unless you're wearing it to the Arctic. Are you ready for the magic? Some marking tools that I use, they're great. I love a water erasable pen, but you're dabbing at for ages. Maybe you're waiting until it goes in the wash because it's still actually kind of left there a little bit. Or if there's a chalk, you know, you're brushing it out of the way and it might go, it just gets a bit messy sometimes. There's a time and a place, I know, but I've never seen another marking tool. Do you want me to try on a different colour fabric just so you can see? Let me go through John's scraps in here. Just so you can see how on, I know these are only small pieces. We could use the beef fabric later that we put holes in, but you know from our demo yesterday, these are just our diamonds. So on a different colour, I mean, you can see all, still it's great to see all of the different colours on here, but straight away, they're just going to disappear. It's amazing, isn't it? We love the friction pen. It's always been our choice of marking tool. And as I say, you can use them like a pen on paper, and you can use the rubber on the end, or use them with your iron to erase them. Just £14.96, you get all 4 of the colours. All 4 colours. Quarter of the stock gone. We ordered loads of these as well. We made sure we had loads and loads and loads. So do be aware if you've got them in your basket. They're also available separately on the website. So have a look on the website or speak to the customer service team. If you just want to try out a black friction pen or a green or blue or red, speak to the team or have a look on the website. But if you want to make the most of that great bundle for less than £15, you're only going to pay 1p&p all day long as well. Okay. Just so you know, the special bundle that Hannah put together late last night, we are now very limited indeed. It's a saving of £8, and I love this. Oh, what a great gift for somebody. Or just to have, if you haven't got a crafting room, or if you have, they'll look beautiful. But if you haven't, they look nice just in the lounge, don't they, anyway? To have all your bits and bobs ready to go there. And you get all of those bits and bobs included in that price as well. £31.98 is a saving of £8 today. Your drawstring bag and your little hexy sewing kit. I love the detail. I mean, how much would that cost for you to make it yourself and do all of those details? I'd just buy one. They're so good. And lovely gifts for somebody. Just £31.98. You do need to type the code in, remember, to the website or speak to the customer service team as it's our secret today. What was that, Hannah? Oh, brilliant to see. There's so many of you have already started loving the kits on the website. Delphine is going to be joining us. Delphine Brooks, she's done a video for us of needle felting. It's the first time we've seen it. It's incredible. They're works of art. That is needle felting. And we're going to learn exactly how to do that at 9 o'clock in the next hour. Very excited to launch those kits. They're already selling, by the way, on the web. They're already selling on the web. Okay. Don't forget those friction pens. We've now got 3 sisters. Which one? Bundles. Bundle. So, pink one first. We've got the pinks, we've got the silvers, and we've got the indigos. They're beautiful that they've teamed them with our solids as well. So you've got 2 of your Moda 3 sisters, and then you've got 2 of the Rose and Hubble solids, and they do go absolutely perfectly with these. So you have ½ a metre of your beautiful, beautiful Moda. Different scales of your florals. Is it cold in here? This is not like me, is it? I'm actually warm. I think it's my rain, Mac. You know, sometimes they can get quite warm. Do I need to wear my shell suit, my shell suit, my sweatsuit for the next 3 hours, or can I take it off in the next hour? Thank you. Thank you. ½ a metre of your Moda, ½ a metre of your cream. Half a metre again of gorgeous different scale print Moda, and then the pink complements beautifully as well. It's £21.49, 2 metres of your Moda Three Sisters bundle. We've got silver. What about small little garden makes? Or have you got any of the books? Have you got the books, the Q-Gon or the big blocks quilt? They look lovely. We've got the silver colourway. This is my sort of style. This is definitely my cup of tea. And to be able to have all 4 designer prints for less than £30 is fantastic. They're all half metre pre-cuts. If you're multi-buying, they'll already come pre-cut. From the Three Sisters beautiful range. And Three Sisters are very, very renowned for designing quilting fabrics. So they've already thought about the different textures. I don't know whether you can see it on screen, but the background of this isn't a solid background. It's got a slight sort of mottle effect, which adds, again, lovely texture. You've got the trellis. You've got these lovely vines, the little ditzy prints. £28.99, all half metre pre-cuts, ready to go for any of your quilting, home decor, bag making projects, less than £30. And the indigo, which is quite dramatic actually, isn't it? So again, all 4 Moda fabrics, trellis at the bottom. Half a metre of this. Oh, that's my favourite. That is so opulent, isn't it? It's that real deep, rich, velvety blue. I love that. And again, that sort of mottled background with the spot and the ditzy print. And then your lovely, lovely floral. I always thought they were fruit, but they're not. Are they raspberries? Raspberries, maybe they are. They look like fluffy strawberries. No, we don't love fluffy strawberries. £28.99 with that great dark background as well. Doesn't it make the vines just pop? I'm thinking for those fabrics as well, some of the Annie's quilting books actually would be brilliant for that, because you've got the different scales of print. Potentially, maybe one like this would look beautiful. Your medallion ribbon would look really nice with some of these colours. And I know that we're looking at, you know, your bright pinks and yellows in here, but changing it with this would look completely different. It would look really intense. Or you could go with these colours if you like that sort of fresh look. That would look really nice with this one. £8.99, you're getting, honestly, so many instructions. It's so much, so many different designs in here. So many very, very, very clear instructions as well. Just £8.99 for your big blocks quilt. We were talking about this one earlier. This is the one that we've highlighted because we think if you're appliquing, that's an applique quilt project. So if you're appliquing with some of your solid fabrics, you don't necessarily need to be using big floral prints. Just £8.99 for all 10 projects. Make the most of it whilst you can, less than £1 a project. Hello, Jojo. Jojo's messaged in, sent in a photograph. Oh, gorgeous, mates. Oh, they are amazing. I love that. Very nice indeed. She said, hi. Here are some photos of the garden bird bag that I made for my mum for Mother's Day a few years ago. I love that. Loves feeding the birds in the garden. So I found this fabric. I knew I had to make something for her with it. It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Kat can agree with you. She loves feeding the birds. She's just bought this. This was her purchase yesterday from the garden centre, and it's you put your bird feed in it to feed the birds. I can't touch it because it is well and truly just balanced there on the set. Also in my display. Oh yes. Let's do the robin pincushion, because I always think that if you see a robin in your garden, oh, there's something about robins. Obviously, we all have different sort of meanings when you see a robin, don't they? But I certainly do. I love, love, love little robins. So to have a little robin as your friend at your sewing machine, what about a gift for somebody? They're lovely. Not only is he, not only is he so cute and fluffy, he's also very useful. Sorry, this won't hurt, little robin. My goddaughter's called Robin, and I always struggle to find her things. It's only at Christmas that you get Robin things, so I love that we've got Robins for all year round. Just £12.99, a little pin cushion. Well, I say little, he's a good size actually. You're going to be able to get loads of, pins in with him. He's so cute, look at his little beak. Right, Hannah loves this so much that I think that the reason that you're seeing this whole show is because of this pincushion. She loves this pincushion so much. She hasn't seen him on any of her shows yet, so she's created a whole garden show around this little Robin. Oh, he's gorgeous. He's absolutely gorgeous. Whether it be a memory or a person, I always have a lot of sentiment towards Robins. They're so beautiful. Just £12.99. Oh, he's so nice. I know, I went to cuddle him then and realised he had lots of pins in him. Right, I'm going to keep him by me if that's all right. Just going to keep him there. £12.99, lovely gift for somebody as well. Oh, can you hear my tummy? Sorry, my stomach rumbling. It's getting to that time, isn't it? Is everybody having their breakfast at home? You bought your Weetabix? Have you eaten them already or not yet? Okay. They're in the right order. Are we going for it then from the top? All on the salvage of every one of these, there's an Albert Einstein quote, which I love as well. So lovely to keep them. A lot of people keep their salvages. So let's start with this one. £half a metre. No. Is it? Half silver, script, silver and sky blue. Yes, got the right one. £7.49. Oh, it's so lovely, isn't it? Beautiful colours. The script in the background. That would be nice for cushions, wouldn't it? What about a nice bolster cushion with a piped edge? Piping around the ends. Subtle garden. They'd be really lovely for garden cushions. They'd be beautiful. Although we looked at some garden cushions and they're expensive, aren't they? I'd absolutely say make your own. Designer garden cushions or a window seat. So Joe's moving house and he's got a bay window and he really wants a cushion for his bay window. So he's trying to get us to make it. We say, no, Joe, you need to make it yourself. You watch enough of these shows now. You can make it yourself. Okay, let's do... See, this is a good chance for dressmakers as well. We've got a dressmaking show coming up later on. This would be really pretty for a dress, I'm thinking. Very Laura Ashley-esque, isn't it? It's beautiful. In fact, I can see you with a little dress, Kat, made out of this. Kat's got a lovely floral top on today. Do you want to come and show off your top? No. Yeah, it's like Miss Honey off Matilda, isn't it? £7.49.5 metre. That's how we describe our cat, like Miss Honey. This is your romantic blooms on porcelain. It's a beautiful sort of creamy background. I like that a lot. That would make a beautiful blouse or a little girl's dress even. Or a big girl's dress, yeah. Or a backpack, you're thinking. What about like nice little toiletry bags? With all the shower gels that you've stolen from hotels, Hannah. You know, the little travel size ones. Hannah's the person that does the whole supermarket sweep. The shoe shining kit, you know, the shower caps. I must say, I do like the little, I have got loads of little shower hat boxes. I think I will use those one day. Shower hats, what else do you get in hotels? Biscuits or hot chocolates and tea bags. Yeah, do you take the sachets of sauce? £7, 14.5 metre. This is then, again, your script. You can see the detail of the lovely little, I can't tell you what it says, unfortunately, because I think it's in, French. £7, 49.5 metre. Just so you know, there's only 15 bundles of the friction pens left. Only 15 bundles. They are available separately, but there's only 15 bundles left. Absolutely make the most of those. You've seen what I've done there, Kat. Thank you. Right, don't forget, friction pens, all 4 of them in a bundle today for less than £15, £14.96 for your black, green, red and blue. They're like a ballpoint pen, but they are raised with your iron. They are brilliant dressmakers, brilliant for bag makers, fantastic for quilters, just great for your sort of craft stash, aren't they? £14. and 96 pence. We are so excited that we had these in today's show, launching today, and we're now down to how many bundles did you say? Sorry, Hannah. 14 bundles left. Right. The embroidery book, by the way, it's exclusive to us at the moment here in the UK. It's a beautiful, inspiring book at £21.99. There's loads in here. Written by needlework expert Trish Burr and created with the association of the Royal Botanic Gardens, Kew Gardens. It is a stunning contemporary guide to embroidering flowers. So there's so much in here. There's little bees as well. There's butterflies. You get your iron-on transfers. She's self-taught, did you say? Oh, wow. So inside, in there, you have all of your transfers, iron-on transfers. £21.99, and look at how beautifully detailed these flowers are. They're gorgeous. Jeanette's messaged in. Jeanette, I can't show your photo. She sent some beautiful photos of roses. She says she's wondering how she could turn those into an embroidery. Right, Hannah is saying, right, maybe looking through a book like this and learning different skills of how to draw your shape and how to work with different colours, and also have a look at different ways they ombre the colours or different stitches that you think would work with yours. Just have a look at some of these. I'm thinking, if you've got, what's the picture like, Hannah? Roses. Beautiful, beautiful roses, but I mean, there's so many flowers in here. I bet you do have roses. It won't Hannah open the photograph, the message again for some reason. I wonder if there are actual roses in here. I'll have a look for you. I'll have a look through because they're all individual flowers. There's got to be roses in here. Let me have a look a second, Kat. £21.99. Oh, sorry. We haven't got long. Have a look through. I'll have a look in the break and I'll see if I can find roses for you as well. Puppies. There's so many really beautiful ones. It's lovely to know what flowers are in there because there might be people's favourite flowers, wedding flowers, or something that's meaningful to you. Oh, there you go, rose. Well, yours pink as well. There you go. That's so pretty. It's quite an advanced project, that one. Look, advanced project. It's in the advanced section. There's some beautiful, beautiful projects. Just that in a frame. Be so proud. I'll be so proud. This will go in your V&A section, Hannah. When Hannah's got her own section in the V&A. It's beautiful, beautiful flowers in here anyway. Hopefully you find one that's same as yours. £21.99. Oh, it's also one that you can work through as well. Can't get it anywhere else in the UK at the moment. It's exclusive to us. But it starts with beginners, then intermediate, and then advanced projects. So you're going to be working from this for... it's going to keep you busy, isn't it? Okay, that's £21.99. Hope you love it. Hope you love it. So the next hour is going to be brilliant. We've got needle felting with Delphine Brooks, who is absolutely incredible. She's such a great teacher. She actually does near. I wonder when all this is sort of over, I'll tell you more about it, but Delphine does something called Felt and Fizz. So we've got to go there, Han. She does the felting class with glasses of fizz. How cool is that? What's the fizz? Do you burn it with a chemical? No, you drink a glass of fizz. My cup of tea. So yes, if it wasn't 9 o'clock in the morning, I would say we could do felting and fizz from home right now, but I don't think I'm allowed to suggest that on telly, am I? Anyway, so Delphine's going to be joining us. Well, she's already done a video, which she's going to be sending us to see how to create these incredible works of art. They are beautiful. They really, really are. The kits are already selling online. Have a look on the web shop over the next couple of minutes. And please do check out as soon as you can. Also, we've got 3 beautiful fabrics which are launching. There's more new fabrics in the last hour, but these are our picks. If you're already there checking out on your kit, have a bit of a search through and see if you can find these, because they're all available by the half metre and things are going. These are just a little snippet of what's to come in the 10 o'clock show. Those of you that also, by the way, watch our sister channel, Jewellery Maker, Carol, who's one of the presenters who's been on for the last decade. Delphine is actually her body combat teacher. She's a gym instructor, yeah? Small world, isn't it? Small world. It's a real small world. So, are we going to go to the break now? Right, we're going to get ready for Delphine. We've got so much coming up in the next hour. All of the kits, even if you've never done needle felting before, we've got the starter kit available as well. So don't worry, they're quite limited though, so do be quick for that. Don't forget to check out Every Basket. Find these on the web. They're absolutely amazing. Check out the code, search the code and check out on the basket, and we'll see you after this.
Hello and welcome. We love hearing from you, and we really hope that you can follow us on our social media platforms. We've got Instagram, which is @SewingStreet. We have Facebook. We've got 2 Facebook pages. One is the Sewing Street TV page, and the other one is Sewing Street Fans. All 3 of these are monitored all the time by our wonderful team, and if you want to message us on air, drop us a line on either of those 3 and we'll definitely be able to answer your questions that you may have. If you post on the actual wall, we can perhaps answer there. Otherwise, message us as well. That works really, really well. Thank you so much for being involved, and it's only because of this community that we're able to bring you all these different diverse products and to be able to answer your questions that you may have. Another way you can stay in touch with us is by signing up to our newsletter. These newsletters are sent out to you very regularly, and they include not only our guest profiles of upcoming guests, but also amazing shows that we've got coming up for you. And if you want to look at the amazing products before everybody else, that's the best way to do it. If you'd like to sign up and you haven't already, the link to follow is www.sewingstreet.com/sign up. You won't regret it. Thank you.
Shopping with us couldn't be easier. If you want to shop online, then you can head to our website, www.sewingstreet.com. It will redirect you to our sister channel Jewellery Makers landing page. Don't worry, you haven't gone to the wrong place. We're simply using their website temporarily while we're building our own web shop. Scroll down past the Watch Live part and you'll see all of the products that you will have seen on air on today's live show. You can also shop our catalogue by clicking a category, clicking a product to view closer, and adding it to your basket. Once you're ready to check out, you will need to create an account, which is absolutely free to do so, but it will mean that you can check out on as many orders as you want throughout the day with still only paying 1 postage and packaging. If you'd prefer to speak to somebody in our UK-based customer service team, then you can do so via the free telephone line number 0800 001 4433. They will not only help you create an account, but will also help you with any of your online shopping.
If you love sewing, then you need the UK's favourite sewing magazine. Every month, you'll receive exclusive patterns. Follow simple step-by-step guides suitable for all skill levels to make your own stunning clothes, accessories and more, together with inspiring tips and tricks from industry experts. Join in and discover your love for sewing. Try Love Sewing today and get your first 3 issues for just £6.
Hi, I'm Debbie Shaw from Sewing Street, and these are my 5 top tips for successful sewing. So, number 1, always use a good quality thread. A good quality thread will keep your seams stronger and also help to prevent lint building up inside your sewing machine. Tip number 2, if your project isn't going quite according to plan, put it down, walk away from it, come back again the next day and you'll probably find that things don't seem half as bad as they did. My tip number 3, never throw away your sewing machine manual, always keep it to hand because you're going to find hints and tips, techniques and troubleshooting in that manual. You'll miss it if you lose it. My tip number 4 is to read your pattern instructions before you even cut out your fabric. Different manufacturers of patterns will give you different instructions, different ways of constructing your garments and different seam allowances. So to have a successful garment, you need to follow the instructions precisely. And then tip number 5 is don't give up. Every professional sewer sewed their first seam. Every professional quilter quilted their first quilt. Every professional quilter sewed their first line of wonky stitches and had to get out the quick and pick. That's no different to you. So I hope you find these useful. If you want more hints and tips, then why not go to Sewing Street on channel 74 on Freeview, on Sky 670, and of course we have a YouTube channel where you can catch up on previous demonstrations. We'll see you soon.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back. Do you know what? I've just realised I haven't taken my rain mac off. I was going to do that, wasn't I? But oh well, we'll keep it on this hour. We've got the most exciting show for you now. Those of you that already have seen needle felting before, oh, I know that you've been messaging. I went to Orlando message last night saying, can't wait for this show. It's going to be brilliant. Delphine Brooks is one of the latest additions to the Sewing Street family, and oh my word, what an amazing addition she is. You may have seen her yesterday with yesterday's projects, and today bringing in a skill that we've said to her, oh, we've got to do that on air, we've got to do that on air, we've got to do that on air. I've worked in the sewing world for the last sort of 3 years and have never seen this technique before, and I'm desperate to try it. It's absolutely brilliant. So we've got 2 kits and we've also got the starter kit. I just want to show you what needle felting looks like. So what you'll be making. Come on in close, if you can, Kat, to this picture here, because I don't have the final samples here. Those of you that watch the demonstration, though, coming up this hour, you'll be able to see it really, really clearly. Delphine's got them, and she brought them in and does show them in great sort of depth on the video. But just so you can see, you will be able to achieve this incredible work of art. It's called needle felting. It's so exciting. It's also got some hand embroidery, as you can see in there. It's just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So this is the furrow fields, but we're going to start with your starter set. To be able to do these, obviously, you will need certain items. Now, we didn't want to put them all in the kit because I know there are crafters out there that will probably already have these. These are ones that you're going to sort of need. Oh, let me show you the sunflower one as well, just before we show you the starter kit. Oh, do you have a favourite? Oh, no one can decide. We can't decide. I don't have a favourite. I love them both. They're absolutely incredible, aren't they? Oh, aren't they incredible? Who's that, Hayley? Hayley's just said, I love 2D needle felting. I love it. It's absolutely incredible, isn't it? Oh, it's incredible. It is incredible. So, that's the sunflower one. 2 different kits I'm going to introduce in a second. To get started though, don't worry if you've already got these. If you haven't, you will need them to do the kits. But you'll be able to reuse these again, remember. These will be like sort of your basics for needle felting. So you might already have it. We didn't want to bundle it with the other 2 just in case you already have it. So you'll need your foam felting block. You'll also need your felting tool. Now this is a 3 needle one and this is a 7 needle one. So you get them both. Don't worry, if you've never seen these before, Delphine goes through exactly what they are, and Delphine goes through exactly what you'll use them for and how you'll use them. So don't worry, we'll see that in the demonstration. I tell you what, we're looking at less than £20. If you're starting a new hobby, or you're starting a new craft, you're starting a new skill, it can be really expensive. If you start baking, or if you start like you know, pottery, or if you start anything, even glass fusing or jewelry making, anything, it can cost money to get your starter kit, can't it? Whereas this is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I'm sure there's things that you can sort of expand into getting different bits and bobs, but to get going, this is what you're going to need. Remember your foam felting block and your 2 felting tools, which are your 3 needle and your 7 needle. £17.49, and that is your starter felting bundle. We worked, of course, with Delphine and with the team to make sure that we got the most appropriate for you. So these are fantastic. Right, should we do the kits? Should we do the kits? Should we do the kits? That's your starter bundle. A reminder, you won't really be able to create this unless you have the starter kit. So maybe you have something similar at home. Let's start with the furrow fills. They are absolutely beautiful instructions. You're going to, of course, have Delphine to watch back at any time on YouTube, as she's going to be doing a whole 40-minute demonstration on this in a moment. It talks you through exactly what you're going to need. It talks you through step by step with photographs, beautiful instructions of how you create what I just see as an absolute work of art. Delphine, I know you'll be watching, and we said to her from a day one of meeting Delphine, I said, oh, we've got to do needle felting, we've got to do needle felting. £24.99. So this is your 2D needle felting. £24.99 doesn't only include your instructions. Remember, it will also include all your lovely wool, your gorgeous quality wool. I love the tones in here as well. They are the absolute sort of heathers, aren't they? The moorland sort of colours, they're absolutely beautiful. So you've got the purples, you've got the greens and the blues. They're gorgeous. It does remind me of lovely holidays, walking holidays. They're just beautiful. You also then get your wool felt squares and your embroidery floss. So you also get 5 of your DMC skeins, and we picked out with Delphine the colours that are going to complement beautifully your greens, your purples, and this really lovely almost silver colour, which complement, as I say, absolutely perfectly with your wools. £24.99. So that's your fields, your furrow fields. We've also got the sunflowers. Now, the sunflowers has already been extremely, extremely popular on the web. Just so you know, this is the one that Delphine will be demoing with. It comes, once again, with all of your instructions. Very, very thorough instructions. Just so you know, the wool is all UK sourced wool. It's absolutely beautiful quality, and as I said, it's got all of those different tones in there. You'll hear Delphine talking about all of this during the demonstration as well, and where she sources the amazing quality wool. Yeah, sorry, the leaves are just tickling me here. It's fine. It's quite a wild set this morning, isn't it? We love it though. It was, of course, because of Delphine's amazing projects. We were like, oh, let's go to the garden centre and get loads of things for our set for today, because it's just beautiful. So don't forget, not only do you get your instructions, you also get your beautifully sourced, absolute gorgeous quality, different tones. Look at the different greens in there, the blues. And of course, we can't do sunflowers without these lovely yellows. They are gorgeous. So all of your wool felt, your wool, and then your felt as well, your wool felt. So you get your square wool felt and your complementary DMC embroidery floss. They are gorgeous. £24.99 for both of the kits. So please do check out of your basket as soon as you can. Get your starter kit if you've never done it before. I think this is going to be something that becomes quite addictive, isn't it? Oh, can't wait. Right, we'll all be glued to this. Don't go anywhere. Watch the demonstration, check out your baskets, and we're back after this.
Hello, I'm Delphine. Thank you for having me back here on Sewing Street. I'm really excited to share with you a couple of different kits. I'm going to do a demo of one of them today. I'm a needle felter and embroidery artist. If you've had a little look around, you can see some of my work dotted about. So we've got 2 kits today. This is the one I'm actually going to demonstrate for you today. This is the sunflowers. And we've also got another one, which is a furrow fields. I do like a field and I love a tree, and as you'll find out, I also do like a French knot as well. So I'm going to show you exactly how to make all of these. So And I've also got the step-by-step instructions of how to actually achieve these. These have all been written by myself and with some of the photography for my husband. Thank you to Nick for helping me out with this. So it starts off, it's going to show you exactly what you need, and also a finished image here just on the side, and it's going to go through step by step exactly how to use all the different tools, how to use the needles, how to lay the fibres down onto the fabric, and even going on to some embroidery. And this is what really makes it pop. This is what really makes it a really, really beautiful picture. Right then, so you're going to need a block. Let me just put this back there, make sure it doesn't fall down. Is that all right? Ah, lovely. Okay, so you're going to need a sponge block, and you're also going to need some fabric as well. So for these two pictures here, the ones that I'm showing in the kits, I used just a normal piece of felt. You can use an offcut of fabric or whatever you can find, but a bit of felt is really, really good. And it's a nice strong base. So you don't need to put any pins on there or anything like that to secure it, because as soon as you start needle felting, as soon as you start stabbing the wool through the fabric, it will be nice and secure, so you haven't got to worry about any pins. So let's talk about the wool. Okay, so you'll have 3 balls of wool in each kit. So if you've got the 4 fields, you'll have the lilac purple colour instead of the yellow. Now this wool, let me just have a couple of seconds just to tell you about this. I get the wool from a company called Fleece 4U, Fleece number 4U spelled E-W-E, which I think is quite cute. It's a lady who lives up in Scotland, Zoe, and she has got about 40 different rare breeds of sheep. They're all her sheep, and she shears them all, and she cards it and dyes it all herself. So if we can just have a little bit of a close-up of the wool here. As you can see, even though it's a green, look at all the different colour shades in there, all blended, all carded, and there's little nuggets of loveliness in there that we can pick out and use. So let's get started, let's get felting. So like I said, you're going to need your sponge block, your fabric, and you're also going to need a couple of tools. So this is your multi-tool. It has got a little safety catch on it, which definitely, if you've got little fingers around at home, make sure that that's always in the lock position when you're not using it. So you just twist it to unlock it, and as you can see in there, you've got several barbs needles, very, very sharp, so be very, very careful with that. So we've also got our single needles. So this is just those, but just on their own, so a lot better for using if you're going to do a bit more detailed work with those. So again, safety first. If you're going to stab with that, make sure your fingers are right out of the way, because it won't just hurt going in, it will rip an awful lot out when you put it out as well, so be very careful. Okay, so we're going to start off laying down some fibres. So we're going to start off with our sky, our lovely sky blend. So just unravel it. Now you don't need to use an awful lot. You don't need to use an awful lot at all. So you just lay down just a little bit of the wool. I'm right-handed, so I tend to like to hold it nice and tight with my left. And I'm just going to take the safety off the multi-tool, and we're going to start stabbing. Stab, 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 all the way across, ideally from left to right. Otherwise, if you don't want to go all over the place, because it will make the fabric all bunch up. So getting those fibres pushed through the fabric. So as you can see here, the fibres are starting to go through there. And before I go any further, the one thing I love about needle felting the most, because it's not permanent, until you actually start putting any threads down there, any embroidery or anything like that, it's not permanent. So if you don't like it, just take it off. You can just rip it off and you can start again. Okay, so let's start getting these fibres down. So, and it can be a quite quick process as well. So you, again, don't put too much on there, because if it's too bulky, when we come to sew, you'll just lose all of the stitches in the wool. And also the wool will catch onto the needle as well. So just go in there, have a good rummage around. Look at that, lovely little bit of silk there. So I'm actually going to keep that for later. Where should I put that? Keep it safe. I don't want to blow around. Pop it down there for later. Okay. So keep layering up the fibres, bit by bit. Watching those fingers as well. If you're going to be doing this at home, make sure you're doing it on a hard surface, because again, as the needles are barbed, depending on the thickness of your sponge, you just want to make sure that the needles are not going to go through and stab you in the leg. I've done that before. And so if you're going to be doing it sat in front of the sofa and you haven't got a table, just put a tray underneath or a book or something like that. Something that's going to stop you from stabbing yourself. Okay, so we're just getting our sky down. Now, as you can see, I'm not being too fussy. The blends are just so beautiful. The wool is just so cleverly done that it's doing a lot of the work for me. Look at that. Lovely sky on a summer's day, which is what we're looking for, especially with the sunflowers. Love a sunflower. It's a happy flower. Okay, so I'm going to just maybe put this last piece in there. Oh, I like that bit, the way it's just got the little bit of cloud. Rightio. Okay, so that is our sky. Now, I have kept back some of the white because later on we will put a little bit on top of the blue there. Just a nice little wispy cloud, as you can see just here. So go in there and, like I said, take out all these little bits of white. You'll all have them. The blends are absolutely beautiful. Right, so let's go to the greens. So again, pop it down wherever you like. Now, if you want to, you can put it on a bit of an angle like that, so it's like a little hill. Or you can just keep it nice and flat and let it just fade away in the distance, because we are going to be talking a little bit about depth and composition within the work. And like I said, all these little highlights, imagine that all the sun's bouncing off the hills there. Lovely. So just layering up the fibres nice and lightly. Again, nothing too bulky. Not sure about that bit. I might keep that bit for later. There we are. Okie doke. So we're nearly there with our grass now. Like I said, you could also go in there and pull out some of the lighter parts of the green and just give one of the hills a bit of a highlight. That's pretty. So you can see it's quite a quick process, laying down the fibres. And you can see underneath there, look, if I pull it off a bit, it's really, that's not coming off. You can pull it off, but that's not going to fall off or anything like that. And don't worry about going over the edges, we can trim those up later. Okay. In fact, I'm just wondering if I've got a pair of scissors. Might need a pair of scissors. I'll have a rummage underneath there in a bit. Okey-doke. So even from these little balls of wool, you think, oh, you know, that's a fair bit of wool for such a small picture, but you don't need to use an awful lot of this wool, just little bits of it. So effective. I'll have a, yes, I've got, oh yeah, I've got loads of them down there. Okay, last bit of the grass. Okay, there we are. So just lay it all out. So as you can see, I've got quite a lot of the colours down on there now. So I've got the greens and I've got the blues. So I'm just going to come to the yellow just for a little bit. Now, because we're going to try and get a little bit of distance and try to get a bit of depth and composition within the piece of work, you only want to use a few tiny little whispers of the yellow, just to give a bit of a highlight and a bit of guidance when you start to come and sew your flowers over the top of just exactly where you're going to put your threads. So you've got to think a bit like a painter. I do actually say a few of these little tips within the book of just little ideas that if you are going to be painting, you'd always paint light over dark. That's where you're going to get your highlights. And I think using the wool, just think of it like the paint. Think of this as the wash, if you like. So say if you'd like to do a lot of watercolours or anything like that, then just think of just building up the picture gradually and using the lighter colours over the top. Same with the wool here. So as you can see, I'm not being too uniform with where I'm putting my yellow, just enough for a little bit of a hint. There we are. Lovely. So even if you put a little mount around that already, that will look just like a little spring field already. Okay, so again, look at all the wool you've got left. Loads, lots of it. So you can do this 2 or 3 times. So if you're not happy with your first one, rip it all off, start again. But you'll be amazed just how far the wool can go. So apart from the brown, I'm just going to pop all that to the side. Don't want to make a mess. Tidy space is a happy space, especially in my kitchen, where I usually stand and do this. Okay, so now you might be thinking, where's the single needles? When's she going to use those? So we're going to bring that in now. So again, tiny little bits of the wool. You just scrumple up in your fingers. You can, obviously I'm not going to do this on the telly, but you can use a bit of water or anything like that, just to dip it in and make it into a little ball. Now this is going to be the centre of the sunflower. And this is where you're going to be using your single needle. So you need to make sure you're very careful, because you're going to give it a stab in the middle and then go round and round like that. That's enough. And make them different sizes as well, because they're not all the same size, and you've got to think of when you're looking at a picture, when you're looking at a landscape, when the flowers, especially like a sunflower field, what we're doing now, the sunflowers that are close up to you will be really big, and they're going to get smaller and smaller as they go away. So don't feel like you have to do them all the same size either. So have a few smaller ones popped in there, a few bigger ones. And this is all explained in the instructions as well. I've even done little diagrams, and you don't have to do them in the exact way that I'm showing you. You might want to put in a few more, you might want to put in less. Completely up to you. So I'm going to do a few smaller ones now. Just dot them about. So I think it's, we'll start getting sunflowers soon actually. Okay. So as you can see, it's quite quick again. There we are. So the more you stab it and the more you go round, the smaller it goes. You see? Yep. Let's go again. Put in a couple more. Scrunch it all up. Place it on the top. Now I do like to work on a 5-inch base, as you can see, because I don't do myself any favours sometimes when it comes to details. I get a bit carried away. I'll show you a piece that I've recently finished that it took me nearly 8 months to complete. We all have those projects that we pick up and put down and put it to one side, and so I quite like to work on a smaller piece, so you can really get a lot of detail down there. So it's good to play around, especially if you're new to needle felting or new to embroidery. It can sometimes be a bit daunting going straight to a bigger project. I think we're nearly there now with our flowers. Flower smells scented. Oh, that one needs a little bit more brown. Let me pick out a bit more of the brown. There we are. And right. So again, going round and round and round until that gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So with these single needles, try not to be too quick going in at the side, because they'll break. So straight up and down. Another thing that I quite like to do with using the single needles, because you can see where some of the punch holes are, where you've been punching it quite hard with the multi-tool or even the single-use needle. So what I quite like to do is blend it all together, give it a bit of a comb, so it all fluffs it all up, and that will get rid of some of the stab marks, or you can just give it a rub as well. There we are. Okay. So that gives it a bit of a blend, and again you can always come back to some of this as well. Right, so I'm going to take the needles, just put them to one side. I want to make sure I don't stab myself with those, and let's move that as well. Okay, so now you're going to put it off the foam. So depending, especially where you've been stabbing down the centres of these sunflowers, it will be a bit tricky, but just put it off. Okay, so as you can see on the back, it's a bit messy. Look at all of this on the sides here, we want to get rid of that, so I'm just going to pop that to the side. Grab some scissors. There we are. And just trim off any excess wool that's on the sides there. And don't throw that away, put that in a little stash. You can do all sorts with that. Okay, so now it's time to do a little bit of sewing. So there we are, there's the base of our picture so far. Okay, so I'm going to take a larger eyed needle and let's have some threads. Let's have a couple of nice yellows. Lovely. Okay. So, where did I put that? Oh, there we are. Okay. So a nice large eyed needle. Sew your needle just with a single thread all the way through. And just put a little lock stitch on the back there. Just make sure it doesn't go anywhere. You can tie a knot in it, whatever you want to do. And let's get sewing. So you're going to be doing, starting with the petals of your sunflower, and you're just going to go around each one as many times as you like. Obviously the more we do it, then it will just give it a bit more depth, and also mess around with the different shades of yellow as well, so it gives highlights and lowlights as well. So as you can see, I'm going round and round. As you come back into the centre of the sunflower, if you can just catch the wool again and just pull that down, and that will make sure that that's not going anywhere. Okie doke. So around and around. Well, I just saw my tan line there. It's a bit embarrassing. Yeah, sorry about that. Clearly wearing a certain type of watch there. The bracelets didn't do the job in covering it up. Never mind. There we are. So round and round. So this is where I'm going to be showing you what I made earlier. Okie doke. So otherwise I don't think we'll have enough time to do the whole demo. Okay, so there's lots of different things, a few different techniques that I want to show you today. So if we just pretended we just fast forwarded about half an hour, then we're going to, this was our piece that we've done. So as you can see, I've gone round each of the sunflowers. There we are, just gone around each of the sunflowers with the one shade of yellow. And now I'm just going to change to a slightly lighter shade and then just fill in the gaps. So again, we're going to, in fact, I'm going to use this. I don't want to waste it. Don't want to waste any thread. There we are. So this is quite a nice little bit where you can just do in front of the TV. You haven't got to think too much about it. It's quite nice to just have something of an evening just to, that you can sit and work on, pick up, put down, and this is the perfect project for that. Sitting in the garden, in the sunshine, nice gin and tonic, lovely. I'll certainly be doing that a bit later on. There we are. So I'm going to go round and round each one. Sorry, I'm a bit of a messy sewer when it comes to doing this. I just see a gap and I sort of jump and think, right, I need to do a little bit of sewing in there. So you don't feel like you need to have any type of artistic flair or anything like that when you do this. Oh, I often have, I teach regular workshops, small ones, big ones, and I often have people come along and they have a friend with them and they'll be like, oh, I'm not very good, I'm not very arty, but I'll just come and give it a go. And they always leave so surprised of what they've actually achieved, what they've made, and they're like, I want to do it again. And if they've finished a bit earlier than some of the others, they're wanting to have another go. And people have ended up going, you know, asking, I'd love to buy a kit, I really want to be able to do this again. And it's always just so lovely to see how excited people get with their finished piece. And they thought, I did that, I didn't realise I could do that. And I did a 4-day workshop back in, oh crikey me, when was it? January, I think it was. And there was these lovely bunch of ladies and they all came. And I think apart from 2, nobody knew each other at all, and we'd come together every Friday. And they started off on the needle felting, working up through the embroidery, working on different projects and bringing along different inspiration that they all brought along with them. And it was just so lovely. We'll just sit around and chat, and it was so lovely that they did all come as strangers, and they all left as friends, and they often send me emails of their work now, and some of the absolutely incredible pieces of work, and from people that thought I wouldn't be able to do that, but the step-by-step instructions, this beautiful wool, all the materials, I can guarantee that you'll be a real success, and you'll have a little picture that you'd be really proud of, whether you can gift it to a friend, your mum, pop it in a little frame or a little mount around it, or even do a smaller pieces, because there's plenty of wool. You can do a little bit more, so you can do maybe little ones for bookmarks or things like that. So I'm just going to keep going round and round. This is where I need to be a super fast sewer. But obviously you take your time when you're doing it, enjoy the project, and just play around with the different thicknesses with thread. This is art, there's no rules when it comes to art. And yes, sewing and crafting like this is art, in my opinion. So it is definitely having more of a place in the world now, which is great. Lots more art exhibitions using this kind of medium. You see quite a lot of them now. There we are. So that's the one with the one shade of yellow. I'm just going to move on to another shade, and this will just show you the different highlights. So I haven't got my mouth on. Oh, caught me. I was trying to be polite earlier, but it's just easier. So you can double up the thread now as well. And again, this will just give you some thicker petals. So this is where you want to start looking in the gaps now. So there's a gap there, fill it. Get a petal in there. There's another one, let's fill it. Going round and round again. And this isn't something that just for adults either. I've had plenty of little kids as well come along to workshops with their mum or their auntie, and again some amazing pieces of work. Obviously just be very careful because of the barbed needles, and but otherwise this is something you could do with friends. You know, a lot of the some of the workshops I've done actually, it's quite a social event. They have a glass of fizz on the go and some tapas, and you know, make it a real experience. And like I said, some really impressive work that I've seen just from a couple of shades of the wool, a little bit of stitching, or even no stitching. You might just want to just stick to the needle felting. That's completely up to you. But I really do think it brings out the wool. You know, it enhances the picture by having extra detail with the sewing. So I'll do a few more of these, and then I will fast forward a little bit because I do want to get to those French knots, which a lot of people do find quite tricky. I certainly found them quite tricky when I first started, and then I got a bit addicted to doing them, and then they're in every single piece that I do. So I should be called the Delphine Brooks, the French knotter, not the mixed media artist, because that's what it's in all of my work. There we are. So you can see just, well, I hope you can see the different effect from changing the thickness of the thread and the shade of the thread as well. There we go. There we go. So you're seeing that just by building up the stitches, building up round the centre of the sunflower, it's just filling it up a little bit more compared to that one. Yep. So, okay. So I'm going to, if I had a bit more time, we would spend quite a lot of time doing this. Like I said, there's some of my work I actually do spend a lot of time on. For example, this piece took me about 8 months. 8 months to do that one. So that's a lot of work. So, and we've got about 40 minutes. So I'm going to carry on and show you some of the other little stitches that we can do. So the reason why I chose this one is that I can also demo some of what's actually in the Furrow Fields kit as well at the same time. So as you can see, let me just bring it up to the stage of where we would be at now. So we've done all of that, and we've gone round all of our flower heads. And what we would do now is just do a little bit of the green. I will show you some of this actually. As you can see, there is a few diagrams. Use them as the guide. So you might wish to add a few more in. You might want to fill up the whole field with them. Completely up to you. It's your piece of art. It's your masterpiece. You do what you like. Let me get some green. So I'll just do a quick demo on this because I think you'll find this one quite easy. So you can do a single thread or a double thread. And again, have a couple of different greens, 2 shades of green, one dark, one light, and then just remembering to put the lighter ones over the top of the dark ones, because that will bring out the natural highlight. So again, if you think about a sunflower field, they're really big, aren't they? They've got really big stems, so you want them quite straight. So again, just like we did the other stitches, we're just going straight up. And again, I'm not being too precious about where I'm putting them. You just want to fill in the gaps. So what we're aiming for is when you've done the finished piece, you want to end up, so a lot of the bottom part of the picture is got a lot of all the embroidery on, and then it just goes further and further into the distance, and then the wool does its job there. There we are. So again, you'll do that all the way across, and have a few sticking up the top here as well. Okay, so now we're going to bring in the French knot, and we're going to show you how to bring a bit more depth and a bit more distance to your picture. So again, I know that everyone's not keen on a French knot or knows how to do them, so I have actually added in a little diagram, and I have said at the end, again, Google is your friend, as there are many tutorials online, so get on Google there. There's plenty of tutorials of people showing you how to do the French knot, and plenty of the stitches as well. Okay, so what colour should we have? Nice bright yellow, so let's move on. So all these little circles above the sunflowers, these would also be your little French knots as well. Again, it's just a guide. You can do as many as you like. Like I said, I can get a bit carried away. And so I'm going to start off with a thicker thread. So let's pop that out of the way. Covers up all of my mess behind there. Okay, so French knots, here we go. So you want to come up from the back of the fabric, wherever you want to place your first one. You want to put it all the way through like that, so it's nice and tight. Now taking your thread, again put it nice and tight, go once, twice, 3 times around the needle, and you want to go in pretty much where it came out. Now, is my first one on telly going to work? Here we go. Phew. Oh yes. Oh, if I wasn't sweating before, I am now. Right, I can calm down now after that bit. Okay, so, and then you just go as speedy as you like. Now you want to build up a layer behind your big flowers. And what this does, it gives the impression that those flowers are further away. So you need to build them up. So you go over each one, above the flower heads, in the gaps. So as you can see, I'm working quite quick. Shall I show you another one a bit slower? Because I know I can get a bit carried away. So again, through the back, all the way out. 1, 2, 3, back in as quick as it came out. Through. Crikey me, this tan line, that's just embarrassing. Right. Should have put a bit of makeup on there, shouldn't I? Yeah. Oh dear. It's been in the garden doing this. And this beautiful weather we're having as well. So it's a perfect day. Sitting in the garden, doing a bit of felting. Lovely. Okay. So it's coming to the end of the thread. I'll try and see how many I can get out of one piece of thread. and it gets a bit tighter and tighter. There we go. And that's pulled through. Okay, how are we doing? Right, where is my sunflower picture? Oh, it's there. So as you can see here, so I've started to do a whole row of sunflowers right across the top using a double thread, and then you'd go into a single thread, make them even smaller, and you see how it's just little dot 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 dot, just tiny little threads there, and then that will give the impression that it's really far away, so that you're looking down the field. So the more you do, the more depth that you're going to get in your picture. I think we'll just do a couple more, and then I'll show you how we get the fields and the trees, and then we're done. Excuse me again. Oh. So there we go. That's a good job I've got a big iron needle, otherwise I'll be here forever. Okay, so I'm just going to do another layer again with the double thread, going all the way as close to the petals as you can. So you want to keep it realistic, so you want to keep everything nicely tightly packed together. There we are. Nice and quick. Play around with different colours, different shades of the yellow. The more that you play with the different colours and give the impression of highlights and shadow, the more realistic it's going to look. And as I said, you'll have all the time in the world sat at home, hopefully, to do this, like I said, of an evening or in the garden enjoying this weather. There we are. Do a couple more, and then we'll go over to the fields. How many fields did I put in? I get field crazy sometimes. Oh, I've put 3 in there. Okay. Right. So, need you to imagine that I've actually finished that off, that I've actually put in all of those French knots. And again, remember to go to a single thread and to go to a little single thread as well. Right. There we are. Discard that. Just tidying up. There we are. Lovely. What colour? Green. Let's have a couple of greens. Here we go. So we'll have a light. We'll have a dark as well. Let's pop those to the side. So I'm just going to have a quick check where I put the fields in this one. Okay, so again, I have given you a diagram of just how to put these stitches in. So it's quite simple really, she says. So you've just got to, again, think that you stood in a field and you're looking across the countryside and you see these beautiful furrow fields, all the crops and everything like that, and you see these lines. The closer they are to you, the wider it will be. So we're trying to create that triangle. So as that triangle gets smaller as it goes away, that's really far in the distance. So that's the effect that I want to try and achieve in the work. So it will give it a lot more depth. So, oh, I'm going to keep watching me, trying to, oh crikey, here we are, are we there, yep. So with this one, single thread, a single thread. So I am going to just lock it in place at the back of the fabric. There we are, okay. So I'm just going to pop a field around here, start in, pull all the way through, and then straight away just put it out to the side, and we're going to create like a fan effect going across. So it come back through, so where you want your other one to come, you put it through the fabric, and then put the needle back through, very similar, as close to, but not right next to it, as close to where you started the other furrow. And again. So very quickly, it's already giving you that sense of depth into your picture. There we are. Oh. And we'll have another one there. end. There we go. So as you can see there, I've just put in a field just there. So I'm going to lock that off because I don't need all that. But again, won't throw that away, we'll use that for a couple of trees. Now I'll go and put in another field, maybe at the top. And again, you can do these in browns as well. So, you know, to show a ploughed field. You could do them in yellows, you know, for the rapeseed or sunflowers. Or some nice purples for some lavender fields. So again, this one's going to be a little bit higher, so it's on a hill. So we're going down. This is probably a bit better with that. You can see a bit better with that lighter thread. There we are. And then nice and wide at the bottom, going smaller the further the field away. There we are. So again, I would put another one there, but I'm just going to jump to the next step. So I do like a tree, love a tree. Let's show the illusion of trees using, yes, you guessed it, the French knot. So you're going in. This one I'm only doing the single thread. Now when you're doing the trees, you can do them as close to them as possible. You could even go through and do a couple, and that will give the illusion on top of one another, and that will give the illusion of a nice bushy tree. And this is where definitely mess around with different colours, different shades of green, a bit of browns as well. There we are. And then scatter them around. There is a diagram in the instructions that will demonstrate or just give you a bit of a guide of where, in my opinion, where you'd put a few trees, but you can put in as little or as many as you like, wherever you like. This is your work. This is your artwork. And please feel free to share your work with me as well on Facebook, Instagram, Delphine Brooks, Mixed Media Artist. The details are in the books. I'll be really excited to see what you've achieved and what you've come up with from it. There we are. So again, I'll keep going with those using different thread lengths, different shades. Now imagine I've done all that. We'll bring back our foam block. A few finishing touches. Now where did I put those needles? There we are. So again, when we started doing the needle felting, I did say to try and get all of that in as securely as possible. But to finish on here, oh, whoops, to finish on this one, you see I've just done a little bit of a wispy cloud. So that's not going to go anywhere when it's in a frame, but if you're going to use it as a bookmark or something that you're going to be touching, then you definitely want to make it nice and firm in place. And this is where you've got to be quite delicate now. So we'll have a little bit of wool. Just pop it on the horizon and then use it as a bit of a comb, just comb it out. There we are. And again, you can make this as wispy as you like, but it does finish it off quite nicely. And there you go. So you'd pop that into a nice little mount, and this is what you've done. This is what you've achieved. This is what you've made. So, and you can also add in a few little knots at the beginning, at the insides of the flower that will represent a few of the sunflower seeds. And again, as many trees as you like, and the fields as well. And then the softer with the wool towards the back of the picture, toward the ends, will really create a bit of distance. So there you are. Thank you for having me. I really hope that you enjoyed the demo today, and I'll be really look forward to coming back and also seeing what you've achieved with your kits as well. Thank you for having me. Bye.
Oh, isn't it brilliant? Thank you so much, Delphine. Honestly, that was so exciting, and loads of people have checked out on the kits. I can't wait to see your work as well. Do make sure that you post them on the Sewing Street fan page once you've completed your gorgeous artwork. It's brilliant. Just so you know, if you're watching on a replay, I believe the starter bundle will have sold out, just so that you were aware, because I think Delphine in the demo used a single needle. So if you have a look on the back of your packet where there's the 3 needles, you can actually take the needles out, so you can just use one. But obviously be very, very careful. But yeah, you can remove them. So you get your 7 needles, your 3 needles, and then you also get your felting block. It is about to go. Well done to everybody who managed to get the starter kit and the beautiful kits as well. They are gorgeous. Those of you that haven't, by the way, signed up to our newsletter, if you go onto our website, which is www.sewingstreet.com, and underneath where the Watch Live section is, there's a little bar where you can put your email address in. If you sign up to the newsletter there, type in your email address, click subscribe. I had an email come through from Sewing Street. There you go. You can scroll up. It's just past the Watch Live section. So I signed up on my phone, and last night I had an email come through, and it tells you. I mean, Hayley's very on top of this. She sends out lots of emails letting us know what is coming up. I'm not sure whether this is the right place for you to see. So you can see what is needle felting. It talks you through who Delphine is. It talks through as well a bit of the history of needle felting. So dating back as far as 6000 BCE, one of the oldest forms of fabric known to mankind. I mean, how amazing is that? So then talks to you a bit more about Delphine and about needle felting. Tells you about the starter kit and all sorts. And at the bottom then, you have also got the links to the Instagram, to the YouTube, to the Facebook, and I believe, is that one Pinterest? I'm on aeroplane mode, but I think that one's your Pinterest as well. So if you want to subscribe to the newsletter, it is great to just keep us in the loop of what is. It keeps me in the loop as well of what's going on. It's great. Sometimes, yeah, I say to Hannah and she says, right, we're doing gardening today. I'm like, right, okay, I'll check the newsletter and find out what's going on in our gardening shop. Thank you so much to Delphine. Don't forget the kits are available. So the Flurry Fields one comes with your instructions, comes with your beautiful, beautiful quality wool. I know how passionate Delphine was about the wool that she sourced. It is sourced here in the UK, and it's absolute gorgeous quality. The textures and the tones that you have are stunning. You also have all of your skeins, your DMC skeins, complementing colours, and of course your felt wool square. It is the first time that we've seen 2D needle felting here on Sewing Street, so it's been very exciting today, hasn't it? So that's the one kit. That's to make the beautiful. You didn't see the demo of this, but it is absolutely spectacular, isn't it? Your furrow fields. I mean, of course, I mean, hers turns out like this, but it's all sort of individual, isn't it? Every single piece is unique. I absolutely love it. That's the one kit. The other kit is your sunflowers, which is this one. Your sunflowers with, again, your with all of your different coloured wool. You've got your beautiful yellow, you've got your different tones in there with the blues, you've got your greens. You have full instructions. Don't forget to jot down today's date, which is the 11th of June. Watch back the show on YouTube. At any point, you can see Delphine's demo and get all of her hints and tips along the way. But the instructions are extremely sort of thorough, aren't they? I even love your description of how to do your French knots, all blown up really nice. So, all of your instructions, plus, of course, you're still getting your DMC skeins, your different colours, which complement perfectly, and as well, your wool felt square. Everything you need in the kit, £24.99. Well done if you got the starter set as well. I'm excited to see all of your projects. Please, as soon as you get it and you've done it, post them onto your the Sewing Street fan page, because we'd love to see them. Right, next hour, we've got brand new fabrics. Let me show you. And we've got loads of brand new fabrics, but these are just a little bit of a sneak peek of what's to come. Absolutely love them. They are gorgeous. We've also got new denims. new lightweight denims. Some of the denims, by the way, when we bought the metallic stars and all sorts in last time, they sold out in the first showing. And some of the denims that we've got have got beautiful prints on, which I think are going to be extremely popular indeed. So stay tuned for those. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back with beautiful brand new bee fabrics right after this. Shopping with us couldn't be easier. If you want to shop online, then you can head to our website, www.sewingstreet.com. It will redirect you to our sister channel Jewellery Makers landing page. Don't worry, you haven't gone to the wrong place. We're simply using their website temporarily while we're building our own web shop. Scroll down past the Watch Live part and you'll see all of the products that you will have seen on air on today's live show. You can also shop our catalogue by clicking a category, clicking a product to view closer and adding it to your basket. Once you're ready to check out, you will need to create an account, which is absolutely free to do so, but it will mean that you can check out on as many orders as you want throughout the day with still only paying one postage and packaging. If you'd prefer to speak to somebody in our UK-based customer service team, then you can do so via the free telephone line number 0800 001 4433. They will not only help you create an account, but will also help you with any of your online shopping.
Hello there, I'm Debbie Shaw and I would love you to join me on the first Monday of every single month for Sewing Street Surgery. Now this is a dedicated hour where I answer your questions, and that could be questions about techniques, it could be questions about tools, it could be questions about new products, or maybe something that you've seen that you just don't understand. There's a lot of questions about tensions on sewing machines, and there's a lot of questions about working with different weights of fabrics. So if you have a question that you'd like to ask me, the easiest way to bring a question over to us is to go to our Facebook page and post your question on there. I will collate all of those questions throughout the week. If we need any new products for you, or if we need any new demonstrations, those will all be worked on leading up to that first Monday of the month. So do join me, Debbie Shaw, on Sewing Street Surgery on the first Monday.
Would you like to take part in our weekly competition? If you do, then all you have to do is head to the Sewing Street fan page group on Facebook. Post your picture of your make. Myself, Debbie Shaw, and John Cole Morgan love looking at all of your makes every week. We pick our favourite and announce the winner every Friday live on the show. Happy sewing and good luck.
Hi, I'm John Cole Morgan and I'm here to give you my top tips on how I go about enjoying my sewing experience. My first top tip, as everybody knows, rotary cutter safety. If you're not using it and it's not on the mat, that blade must be locked. Please be safe. My second top tip is always buy more fabric than you need. If you don't have it, it's always going to sell out. You're going to struggle to find it, and when you do, it's going to cost you a lot more than when you were going to buy it originally. So buy it all. You always regret the bit you didn't buy. My next tip is positive or negative, always listen to the advice and opinions of other people. Even if you ignore them, everybody has a different perspective, everybody has a different take on things, and it might help you along the way. The next top tip I have is always buy the most expensive and the most useful and the most practical for your brain product that works for you. Some people prefer different things, buy what works for you. And my last tip is, this is fun, this is enjoyable, and make sure you are enjoying it. Because there's nothing worse than carrying on with something and hating it and not enjoying it. You need to make sure that you're having fun. Those are my top tips and how it is that I enjoy my sewing experience. I hope they help you, because they have helped me. For more handy tips and demonstrations, make sure you watch us on our Freeview channel 74, Sky channel of 670, otherwise follow us on YouTube on Sewing Street, where you can catch up on past demonstrations and shows. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome. We love hearing from you and we really hope that you can follow us on our social media platforms. We've got Instagram, which is @Sewing Street. We have Facebook. We've got 2 Facebook pages. One is the Sewing Street TV page and the other one is Sewing Street Fans. All 3 of these are monitored all the time by our wonderful team, and if you want to message us on air, drop us a line on either of those 3 and we'll definitely be able to answer your questions that you may have. If you post on the actual wall, we can perhaps answer there. Otherwise, message us as well. That works really, really well. Thank you so much for being involved, and it's only because of this community that we're able to bring you all these different diverse products and to be able to answer your questions that you may have. Another way you can stay in touch with us is by signing up to our newsletter. These newsletters are sent out to you very regularly, and they include not only our guest profiles of upcoming guests, but also amazing shows that we've got coming up for you. And if you want to look at the amazing products before everybody else, that's the best way to do it. If you'd like to sign up and you haven't already, the link to follow is www.sewingstreet.com/sign up. You won't regret it. Thank you.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So, just before, yesterday I put on a picture of Hannah's been busy sewing. Well, she'd been making nice little pin cushions last night using the brand new fabric. And so many people were asking about, a lot of people were asking about the pin cushions and when the fabric was on. Don't they look gorgeous? So quick and easy as well. If you're an absolute brand new beginner make, something that's really, really useful, but also looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Really easy. So we'll talk through the sort of stages of how to do that in a moment. But shall we officially launch it? Because it's already been flying out on the web. So we better get the graphics live because this fabric is absolutely beautiful. You do get half a metre for £4.99. How gorgeous is that? Dressmakers, go for it. Bag makers, go for it. Homewares, soft furnishings, quilters, every single person who's watching, no matter what craft you do, absolutely make the most of this. It's that beautiful poplin weight. It's gorgeous. You will get double the amount that you can see on the screen. Right, let me show you. There is some circles already been cut from this, but you get the idea. Woo! Yours won't have little windows in it like that. Sorry. Did I just flash my belly to everyone? That's not good post-lockdown, is it? I absolutely love this bee fabric. It's so gorgeous. The colour of it is so pretty. It's very, very Oliver Bonus, very next to home. I think lovely for mamas and papas as well. Really nice for nurseries, I'm thinking, because it's quite unisex. Well, it is very unisex, isn't it? Little baby girls or little baby boys. £4.99. Those of you that love gardening, or maybe you've got a conservatory or in the kitchen, these would be lovely for kitchen makes, wouldn't they? There's so many books that I've seen over the last couple of weeks that we've launched, whether it be the Wendy Gardner books, whether it be the Susie John books, whether it be the Annie's Quilting books, whether it be any of the Debbie's books, or, you know, the ones that we've had in the early bird specials. There's so many projects in there that I would be grabbing this bee fabric for. They're absolutely beautiful. Bees on Meadow. It is a poplin weight, which is slightly lighter than your quilting cotton weight, which makes it absolutely ideal for dressmakers as well. I'm thinking if you're a bag maker, if you want to have it, you know, as a bit more structured, interface it. Just use an interfacing, or maybe the H640, or how about making some storage tubs with some sewing foam? Absolutely gorgeous. Just £4.99. Can you tell we love this? What contrasting colour are you going to use as the lining? You could use maybe a pink with it, or pick out even just a plain ivory or cream, or pull on one of the yellows would look lovely. Really nice. Just £4.99 a half metre. Right, if you're on the website and you're thinking, I can't find it, we've got a lot of products on today's show. So if you want to click to, I think it's page 3 that this is on. Page 4. Page 4 this one's on, so you'll have to just flick across to page 4. Or speak to the customer service team. The item code is ZMLJ45. Type that into the top of the website and you'll be able to locate it really quickly. £4.99 a half metre. But it is your chance right now to buy the half metre. If you do want more than sort of 2-3 meters, I would be quick because already loads of you have checked out on it. It's brand new today and we absolutely love it. Even for fussy cutting projects. Imagine if you were to do, you know, some of the designs that we saw yesterday on Instagram, using a mirror and doing some really cool, almost like kaleidoscope bees. That would look amazing. Over half the stock's now gone. Way over half the stock has now sold out. If you want it, be quick. We've also got it in another beautiful colourway in the blues. Sky blue. Well, I'm going to keep this one out actually for me to do some cutting. Sky blue is really pretty as well. I'm thinking like a nice blind with this. Lampshade maybe. Or drawstring bag, or what about a reading cushion for in the garden? We are going to get lovely weather again the end of this month and into July, apparently. I'm the weather lady. Yeah, I do like to do a daily weather forecast. We're feeling much better today. Yesterday I was feeling all stormy, wasn't I? Today, feel much better. That's why we've got our cloud, a cloud with a smiley face today. Is there a thunderstorm this weekend? Joe's birthday. Oh, no. £4.99.5 metre for your bees on Sky. Bring the outdoors in. Bring the garden inside. This is what we've done today. Thanks for all your lovely messages about our set, by the way. Remember, this is on page 4. This is on page 4. Thank you also to our jewellery maker sister channel for lending us all of these lovely bits of jewellery you've probably seen dotted around the set. Just £4.99, and that's on that beautiful, beautiful sky blue. How about if you were to just fussy cut round and applique them onto collars or onto little white T-shirts? I love having little, you know, just little motifs on clothes, a plain white T-shirt, a plain pillowcase that you can applique them on. You could cut these into hexes and applique them on in hexes even. Like a honeycomb almost. Nice. Just £4.99.5 metre. It's again that beautiful poplin weight. You saw people beekeeping on your walk yesterday. Oh, beehive. That's so cool. That is so cool. I'd love to have a go one day. Making my own honey. £4.99. Hannah wanted to join, but she didn't have her protective white suit. If there were a club, you'd have joined, wouldn't you? So that's the light blue. Both beautiful. Who was it who messaged yesterday asking about bee buttons? Yeah, did you see? I put a picture of the little pin cushions that Hannah's made. Somebody said, I love these bee buttons. Where do I get them? You can get them now. We're ready. They are absolutely adorable. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, actually, you get 12 because Hannah's taken some, I think. You do get 12. You get 12 of these really, really beautiful little buttons. How adorable are these? They've got quite a nice big hole as well. So if you want to use these, well, Hannah's used them in the centre of her pin cushions, or you could use them on cardigans as little buttons. You could use them on notebooks. How pretty are they? Just £2.99 and you're getting 12 in the pack. Whether they're as decorative, you could make little jewellery like rings, couldn't you? Or hair clips, put them onto scrunchies, or wall hanging quilt of a beehive. Why not with your needle felting on your sunflower needle felting project? You could just stitch a little bee on the sunflower. That'd be so cute. So on some of your hand embroidery, I know that, or one escaping out on the frame or something, you could just, you could have that on the frame. I know that Jane Greenough likes to use it amongst her cross stitch, just stitching on little novelty buttons like this. They're so lovely. Just £2.99. Lots of people have been asking about these. They're really cute, and if you've already bought something, it's only on P&P all day long, so you may as well add them to your order. Shall we have a look at the Instagram? Because yesterday I know that we got a lot of new Instagram followers, which is brilliant to see. If you are on social media, Instagram is a great place. We were talking about it a lot yesterday, finding inspiration, finding, you know, like-minded designers and quilters and crafters. So if you go onto our Instagram page, which is Sewing Street, please do find us, give us a follow and come and say hello. What we're going to do is little how-to videos for beginner sewers. So this is one that was made yesterday. Hannah did some step-by-step instructions of how to make the pincushion. So all that you need to do is cut out 2 circles and sew them right sides together, leaving a half an inch gap or a big enough gap to be able to turn them through. You saw then snipping round, oh, it's going quick. Turn it through, stuff it, bring your thread through the middle of your pincushion like that. Take it over where you started and repeat around the pincushion. Make a small pull until you have 8. Pull it tight until you have 8 sections. Finish with a decorative button and voila, you have a pincushion. Quick and easy, as quick as that. So that video is on our Instagram. It's also on Pinterest. If you search Sewing Street TV on Pinterest, we hope to do more of those little how-to videos. It's quite nice, isn't it? It's a really nice, good one. Just for anybody who's new, cutting circles and sewing circles is something good to practice with. Even if you don't have a sewing machine, this is something you could actually do by hand. It's quite a small project that you could do by hand. And just adding those nice little novelty buttons are gorgeous, the finishing touches. Shall I talk you through some of these key stages? I mean, it is really, really sort of a quick and easy make. Things that might help you along the way though. So I'm going to use this lovely bee fabric because we have already used. Oh no, the bee fabric's now extremely limited indeed. There is only 7 meters left, that's it. Sky blue's got a bit more, but the lovely minty green, I'm just going to fold this over so I can use this side of it. Don't want to be too wasteful. Right, now, of course, you can use scissors or roach cutter and do circles, but I find the circle cutter from Fiskars, if you are going to be making loads of these, get a bit of a production line, if you are wanting to use circles more in your projects, then this is fantastic. Bases for bags, I'm thinking. If you just want to know that you're quickly cutting a very accurate circle, it's from Fiskars. You only need to cut 2 circles for this project, but if you are thinking of future projects, then this might be a nice investment. So I'm going to move this out the way. Right, so fold your fabric over, so then your folded edge is facing towards you. You'll see on the Fiskars ruler, oh, by the way, the circles include your 1/4 inch seam allowance as well, which is great, which is really useful to know. Great. There's a little crosshair that you can see there at the bottom of the ruler. So it's also got some little stickers, so you're not going to be shimmying all over the place. It has got those little marks. I'm going to put the crosshair right on the centre of the fold, just right on that line, and then it also comes with a little rotary blade, which is it's all encased, it's all nice and safe, and it comes with a cap as well. But it's all just based on using pressure from your wrist. So you can cut 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up to 12-inch circles very quickly and very easily. Now I'm not sure what size to do. Should I do 4 or 5? 4 is the size that Hannah did for this size. You'll feel that it sort of goes into the slot. So once it's sort of engaged in the slot, you can feel it. Press down and simply, very simply, just rotate it round. Now you don't need to do anything strange with your wrist. Can you see my wrist isn't moving? I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I'm simply just going round, following the groove. You don't need to go back and forth, but I'm just showing you so you can see. You can actually change that blade. Fiskars do replacement blades, but pop your lid back on. And then I have slashed it a bit because I went back and forth, but you won't need to do that. But see how, because I've put the bee as well on that centre, I've kind of fussy cut without even realising. I love it. So you'll need 2 of those circles, but how quick and easy using the Fiskars circle cutter is that? Very accurate, lovely, quick circles. Then, so Hannah's already prepared the next stage for us. I was doing some in the Tula as well from yesterday. I love it. I love it. I want a banana one. So you've got your 2 circles. You're going to put them back to back like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to sew all the way around. Now, what seam allowance did you use? 1/4 inch. Best as Hannah could. She used a dark thread just to show up on tally. But if you imagine, you go all the way around. It's good to practice your curves, your sewing. 1/4 inch seam allowance. Slow your machine right down if you can, and took it really steadily. Keep your needle down, and if you need to reposition, you can. So Hannah's stitched 2 together. She says, it's not perfect. I did a couple, but I've used a dark thread so you can see. And I've left a quite generous gap, whatever you're happy with to turn it through. Then you'll just need to hand stitch it up. So once you've done this, what Hannah's done with the little embroidery scissors, we've got some Fiskars, small little snips. These are really useful as well because they are sharp, right to the point. Mark Smith, who's one of the demonstrators on our sister channel, Jewellery Maker, he uses these for his cross stitch because he says that, you know, some of the stalk embroidery scissors, they don't have big enough holes for his thumbs. So he's got these particular scissors and says they're brilliant for that. But they're ever so sharp, right to the point. So then what you're going to need to do is just snip, not into your stitches, but just up to it, round the curve, keep snipping all the way around, nice and carefully, that you're not going into your stitches, but as close to the stitches as possible. You don't need to do as many as this, but it will just mean that it gives it that flexibility of your fabric. So then, this is where it's handy to have actually the bigger gap. Turn it through. You could use, I'm even thinking, you know, some of the stiletto, or I've got here the, that's what I'm thinking. I would put maybe your iron finger hasn't got it's got that nice curve point, and it's also got a sharpie point, which isn't actually that sharp. So you could just go around, give you a lovely, this is the iron thing, by the way, it is on the website. This point, stuff it. So we've got some toy filling. You get more than enough to make 1 or 2. There's loads in here. Words to the wise. I would stuff it more than you think. So you are going to put pressure on it, obviously, when you're sewing through. Just pull it apart a bit. Give it a stuff. If you have got, you know, like even a knitting needle would probably do. You can stuff that all in. It's going to take me ages to stuff it, so I'm not going to keep stuffing it. But sit in front of the telly. Make it nice and puffy, make sure that you've got loads in there, stuff it as much as you can. You would then slip stitch a little stitch just along there, just to make sure that that's all enclosed. It's easier when it's all stuffed, keeping it as circular as you can. And then you want a nice thick skein. Now, Hannah's used an embroidery skein. There's loads on the website, so you can see that. Have you used all 4? You've actually doubled up, haven't you? Hannah said I went through a few times, I wrapped it around a few times just to test it. She's also done one just going through once. So it's up to you to see what sort of texture you want. Every time that you do it, go through, have a knot on the back. Do it into quarters first and then into 1/8. Every time you're going through, pull it to create that lovely like flower shape. And then sew your button on and voila, you're ready to go. Lovely, quick, easy pincushion. Nice little flower pincushion. How lovely is that? Really quick, easy makes. And we do like to, we're excited about putting some more of these little how-to videos on Pinterest and on our Instagram. So if you are on Instagram, please do follow us. Please do follow us because they're great little beginner projects, aren't they? Something fun little projects just to do in the afternoon, a rainy day like this, and you're like, oh, can't sit outside or get out into the garden. Why not make some nice little projects? So the bees on Meadow has now sold out. This one has now gone. That one has now gone. That one is now mine. We've cut so many holes into it, sorry. There is 9 meters on the sky colour, this one, that's it, 9 meters left. That will also sell out today. If you do want more than a metre, be quick. Remember, it's going to be cut off the bolt, especially for you, to whatever size you want. It's just £4.99. Brand new today, Rose and Hubble, beautiful popular weight cotton for £4.99. Shall we move on to our nice new denims? Kat, my director today, she's saying she's very excited about these. They're all beautiful lightweight denims. Shall we do the one that we were showing you first? So I've been teasing this one. We've been teasing this one for the last a couple of hours. Sorry, I'm just listening to them arguing. You know the code. No, you know it. No, you know it. There's a reason why I put it in a certain order. Sorry, Kat. Isn't it gorgeous? I think this would make beautiful little dresses. This would be really great for bag makers. Let's have a look. I mean, this is extra wide as well by the looks of things. Yeah, look at that. It's dressmaking width. Really nice. Maybe if you're using it to do the pin cushions, this would be nice. Did you see our rag quilting that we were showing on a couple of weeks ago? Adding it with your denim, maybe an old pair of denim jeans or an old denim jacket or something, and adding some of this into it with it. Be obviously aware that it is slightly lighter weight, but I think that would look so cool as well. We never really talk about denim with quilting. Just £4.99 a half metre. We've got loads of this available. There's time to check out. If you do want multiple units, it will come cut off the bolt especially for you. For dresses, for little girls' dresses, for, I'm thinking, a jacket, a lightweight blouse even. £4.99 for bag makers as well. Half a metre, white flowers on denim fabric, and it is a real lovely lightweight denim. How nice is that? Little cushions as well, because it's ever so soft. £4.99 a half metre. Have a look on Pinterest and on Instagram as well at quilting with denim. Love those. Love them, love them, love them. We will have a look at quilting with denim in a minute. Let's go to what number next, Kat? Or which one would you like me to do? In order. Yay! So many people are following us on Instagram. Oh, thank you so much. Do make sure, if you are on Instagram, follow Sewing Street. There's so many. We'll keep you in the loop of everything that's going on, and we're going to be doing more of those how-to little videos. So definitely follow us. £4.99 for your white roses on denim. £4.99 a half metre. Once again, this is extra wide. I keep thinking like a little backpack or an apron. Yeah, that'd be nice. Garden apron. How about like one of those, you know, like a pinny, do you mean? Like a little garden apron like that? Yeah, very nice indeed. £4.99 a half metre, it's fantastic. Or what about one of those sort of crossover ones that are open at the back? Isn't it gorgeous? I love the detail as well. I absolutely love the little roses. Even the tiny little ditsy dots. It's a very, very lightweight denim. Very, very lightweight indeed. It's gorgeous though, isn't it? I think, oh, that would be so gorgeous, the little girl's dress. 100% cotton. Shall we have a look at some denim with quilts? So quilting with denim. Found it on Pinterest actually. Find us as well if you are on Pinterest. Sewing Street TV on Pinterest. But this was from somebody else's. We had a good old look. Had a look at denim quilting. So look, the cathedral window. How cool does the cathedral window look with denim? Especially when you're getting this lovely sort of frayed edge that you get with denim. And then just using those splashes of colour, maybe with some of your Tula would look amazing. Or even with your bees. What about with your bees peeping through? That'd be so nice, wouldn't it, with the bees? We've gotten very into this bee fabric, can you tell? We love it. And next one, doing more sort of traditional blocks with your quilting, different shades. Obviously be aware of your seams. They can get quite bulky. I'll tell you what, actually, because we were talking about quite heavyweight denim when we were talking about this, and we said, well, maybe press them open, press your seams open and change your needles, use a denim needle. But the ones that we've got today, because, you know, it is 100% cotton, it's a lot lighter weight. It's not far off quilting weight cotton. It's not far off, you know. I'd probably say it's slightly heavier, but not that much different, actually. So if you are thinking of doing quilting with it, then absolutely, I think you would get away with doing more traditional blocks. And then this one, oh, denim rag quilting. I think this was probably one of the most popular examples that we showed. Everybody was loving this. So if maybe you've got, we don't all have 10 pairs of old jeans. Well, actually, after lockdown, I'm refusing to go through all my old jeans. But if you have got an old pair of jeans or an old denim jacket and you want to mix in some of these lightweight ones with the patterns on, how lovely would they look? Then snipping into it, almost doing it on the reverse so your seams are facing forward and having that lovely fray. It's so cool, isn't it? If you're mixing it with different weights of denim or reusing, recycling and upcycling, be aware, ours today is that lighter weight. It is lighter weight. It is 100% cotton, it's denim, but I think it would probably be a bit easier to work with actually. This one's lovely. It's like almost like Moroccan-y. Go on, what have you gone? Square fancies! Ooh! They are a bit like Mr. Kipling cakes, yeah! Other cakes are available, but this one reminded the girls of Mr. Kipling cakes. Yeah, I'm thinking like Moroccan tiles. Square fancies. Love it. Oh, I think this would be nice as a pair of lightweight trousers with a white blouse, a big chunky belt maybe. Oh, sunglasses, white blouse. Yeah, feeling that. Walking along some, you know, like Spanish tiles. Yeah, absolutely. There you go. Kat just said, can you just put your hand on it so we can see a scale of the print? There you go. Absolutely, you can use my hand. Do you know what it reminds me of? A famous designer beginning with an L and then a V. It reminds me of, just seeing it at a distance, some of the denim bags that I've seen. Yeah. Have you seen? Do you think from a distance? I mean, it doesn't. They're little square fancies. For £4.99, they're lovely. See what I mean? I know, don't get me wrong, they are very, very obviously square fancies, aren't they? But beach bag, look really nice. I like that. A little shirt, maybe, a little blouse. Even for gents. Do you know what? Joe or Liam, I can see rocking one of these. Or Kieran, actually. Our Kieran likes it. Our Kieran, my Kieran. Our Kieran. Sorry, you're not allowed to share him. Right, let's do the other floral. Oh, this is lovely, pretty, lighter colour. Daisies. Ditsy Daisies, perfect name for this one. Especially if you're doing the cathedral window with the bees underneath. Oh, this would be beautiful. Or if you want to use any of the little buttons on this would look really pretty as well. That would look really pretty with the bees as well. £4.99. How about just lining like a wicker picnic basket? £4.99. It's so beautiful. Pardon? Yeah, nice pockets on a bag even. So lovely. Oh, and I would actually put it with your little bee buttons. How lovely are they on there? They're so cute. £4.99 a half metre. And remember, it is extra wide. It is dressmaking width. It'd look nice with any of your lovely bee fabric. Very nice. I'm thinking the next one is peacock flower, peacock feathers. Whoa, 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 whoa. Have you named this next one? What did you name it? Just because the last one was called Daisy, I had a lovely message come in from a lady named Naomi. Hello, good morning. Oh, she said she's just become a great aunt for the first time. Congratulations. Oh, her name's Little Daisy. Oh, good. Well, Daisy, but Little Daisy was born at 31 weeks. Oh. You've made some bunting. The computer's not letting us put it into a slide for some reason. We want to show it. Looks beautiful though. Wanted to put it in a room for when she gets home in hospital. Nice summery bunting. Oh, Daisy. What's the bunting look like? Beatrix Potter. And she's using her embroidery machine to put the word Daisy, the name Daisy. Oh, congratulations, Naomi. How exciting, how exciting. Okay. Oh, no, the feathers we'll have to come back to another day. I think it might have been used in a project, actually. That one's not available today. I'm going pink flowers, pink ditzy flowers on blue. What have you called it? Dark denim, sorry. Pink ditzy flowers. We're very in sync though, to be fair, aren't we? A nice big floor cushion. I think I would probably interface it. What about a big bean bag or something, like a lounging bag? Lounging bean bag. £4.99, half a metre. Half a metre for £4.99. And can I show you and remind you how wide it is? Oops, dropped my buttons. Just £4.99. And can you see, it's really nice. It's lovely lightweight denim. It's 100% cotton. So if you are thinking of quilting with it, it is really lovely. Or dressmaking with it as well. £4.99 half metre is a great price for how much fabric you are getting here. What about just adding little pink French knots on top of the centre of those? That'd be really nice, just to embroider over the top of it. Thinking about dressmaking, actually, after these denims, we'll do a couple of dressmaking books. We've got a really great Jules Fallon book, which there's some really great tips in here, actually. I'll show you that in a second. We've just got a couple more of the denims. This next one is sailboats. Boats on denim. Remember the time I did an applique boat? You weren't here. You weren't here then, Hannah, to talk in my ear. You watched it from home. Did you enjoy it? It looked just like this boat. It looked just like the boat that you can see right now. White sailboat on denim. £4.99, and I really like the colour of this. I think I'm imagining these would be nice little drawstring bags for even in the bathroom to keep your little bits and bobs, storage tubs even. Do you live by the sea? Nautical, maybe with a rope, you know those rope lovely, big lovely handles? Yeah. Alan messaged in earlier. Alan made the little bucket hat. Yeah, this would be a cute little bucket hat. You could do it reversible with like a nautical, almost like reds and whites as well. I don't know with this. £4.99. A half metre of your white sailboats. That's really pretty, isn't it? And you don't need to worry about direction. So if you are doing dressmaking and you're worried about directional prints, then this is great. You don't need to worry about that. We've got one more, then we'll do Jules Fallon's book. These are all brand new, by the way, all brand new. This is the last denim. Oh, this is so fun. Oh, I'd like a pinafore-y dress with this. What do you mean they look like they're in squares? Oh, yeah. Oh, I can see what you mean. Pink flowers. Pretty pink flowers. How lovely is that? Thinking like a little girl's romper suit or a backpack. I wonder whether this would be nice, actually, if you do want to make yourself like dog beds and pet accessories. They're really cute, aren't they? £4.99 a half metre. Half a metre for £4.99. Do remember, if you are multi-buying, it will come joined up. And remember, you're getting your dressmaking width, I think it's 140 wide. So you're getting a lot of fabric there for just £4.99. This one seems to have like a slight stretch, which is nice, just very slightly. We'll just check the composition. We can try and work out what we think it's made of. It's 100% cotton, I think. No, it's not. Go on. The others are 100% cotton. This one's 70% rayon, 27% polyester and 3% spandex. That's why we've got that real slight stretch to it. just £4.99. Okay. Right, so dressmakers. We've been talking a lot about dressmaking actually with these fabrics. I'm thinking with the bees fabric as well. They're going to look absolutely beautiful in dresses and blouses. Jules Fallon, fantastic teacher, fantastic dressmaker. Those of you that have seen her before or met her before or been lucky enough to go on any of her retreats, then you'll know that she is an incredible teacher. So when she puts together her book of the complete guide to dressmaking, you know that it's going to be extremely thorough indeed. All of the essential techniques and skills that you'll need. Hang on. Was this the one? Yes, I did. So this was £15.99. This was £15.99, and I asked, I can't even remember why I did. I think I was talking about first dressmaking show. I hadn't done a dressmaking show here before. It was my first one. So Kat just said, hang on, the price is wrong on this. And I just thought back and remembered, actually, no, this wasn't an early bird. This was because it was my very first dressmaking show here that we did this reduction. It's £15.99 RRP, it's £11.99, and that is a hefty book. There is a lot in here. And as I say, when you're going on these classes, especially with Jules, or you're going on the retreats, the knowledge that she has, the fountain of knowledge, and how much that normally would cost in a retreat or a workshop, you've got it all here in a book. So it talks to you about, we're just talking about stretch fabrics. There's a whole section talking about stretch fabrics, but it goes through from start to finish. There she is, meet Jules Fallon, going through your kit, what machines or what accessories, different essential equipment. She really goes through in great detail the different needles, different machine needles, different cutting tools, different marking tools, your machine feet, your different choosing different threads and why you would use different threads in haberdashery. Oh my word, this has just reminded me. How would you feel about me doing a show called Haberdashery, where I mix ABBA with haberdashery? Do you know, like we're doing the garden theme today, I want to do an ABBA themed show. We can make like ABBA costumes and all things. I'll bring it up with the management and we'll see if that happens. The prepping section. Sue. Hi, Sue. Oh, nothing goes to waste here. Just so you know, we do reuse things. Don't worry. I did cut from I did use the middle, which I know I wouldn't normally, but don't worry, nothing goes to waste here. We've got bags of smaller scraps that go to charity, and then we've reused for all sorts of projects. We've got lots of pieces, so don't worry, no, nothing goes to waste here. You can be sure nothing goes to waste, Sue. Also, we had one of the guys whose wife loves sewing, and he came in and was like getting tiny little scraps because she was making like a scrap quilt, tiny little pieces. Oh yeah, nothing goes to waste here. Choosing your fabrics, interfacing your patterns, making your toile, measuring and adapting a pattern. So I mean, it really is a complete complete guide to all things dressmaking, pleats and tucks, hems. I mean, I'm not even anywhere near seams, French seams, pockets, inset pockets, patch pockets, welt pockets. What was that on Sewing Bee last night? I haven't watched it yet. One of the ladies did French seams and she was impressed. Was it Nicole? I've got a feeling Nicole could win. Who's your favourite? Zips, fly zips, different ways of doing zips, and I know how amazing Jules is at explaining and teaching. She's ever so calm and she's put it all in beautifully. I can almost hear her voice when looking at all the photos and reading the demonstrations. So there's loads and loads and loads in there. Just thought I'd remind you about the price. It's £11.99. £11.99. Okay, if you are mark making, whether you making marks on your fabric, whether it be with dressmaking, whether it be with quilting, whether it be with bag making, soft furnishing. If you do need to, of course, mark any of your fabrics, then you want to make sure that it can erase nice and quickly and nice and easily. This has been extremely, extremely popular. We've managed to get more in stock. If you want them, it only launched today, but we made a call during Delphine's demonstration, and we've managed to make sure that we can secure more. £14.96. You got red, blue, black, and green. And can I just show you very, very quickly? Might just take a second for my iron to heat up. If I use that same, I'm going to use this one and show you. We can reuse it because we're going to erase it. So I've got my little ironing mat. This is the little banana circle that I love from Tula. It's brilliant. So if you're doing any of your markings on your dressmaking, if you're doing any markings on your quilting patterns, I'm going to do quite a big line so you can see. But what I like about it is that it's ever so clear. Sorry, I am drawing on a cushioned surface, so it's probably not best for the nib. So you get green, red, black, and blue. You can see there clearly though, can't you? So if I'm doing it on paper, I'll show you that as well, just whilst my iron's heating up. So if I'm doing it on paper, maybe you're writing alteration, so you remember this is part A, this is part B. Maybe you're labelling up a pattern. It's literally just like a biro. Things might change. So if you do need to then erase it, there's a little rubber on the back. So this is what they were initially designed to use with paper. So maybe you're doing a fitting for somebody and they've changed their mind or they've changed the size, then you can, of course, erase using the rubber. The other way of removing any of your markings is with heat. So if you're doing any of your markings on fabric, the reason that we love it is because using your iron, literally with a touch, it will disappear. It's so quick. So those of you that use maybe air erasable pens or water erasable pens, you can be dabbing for quite some time. Always test it. I would give it a test beforehand. But what I love about this is that you've got all of the different colours. Depending on what fabrics you're using, you're always going to be able to see it. Now, extreme cold temperatures will bring your markings back. So if you are putting it in the freezer, or if you're putting it in the... someone did message in, they put it in a very, very cold caravan at the top of Scotland once, and their markings come back, did start to appear. So just be aware that if you're entering a competition that's abroad and you're going to put it in the hold of a plane, be aware that your markings might come back. So all four of them for less than £15. They launched today, this morning. Very excited to be able to have not only one of my favourites, but I know so many guest designers' marking tool of choice is friction pens. Just give them a go. In fact, if you do want to just dip your toe in and give it a go, then why not just try one of them? Now, they are available individually on the website. So have a look or speak to the customer service team. Oh, if you just want the green or the red or blue or black, then speak to the team about those. We love the friction pens, and we've been waiting since February to be able to get those in. Right, now those of you that have been on our Instagram page, as I know so many of you have over the last few days, if you scroll down then you might have seen Jenny McCreary wearing some beautiful, beautiful trousers, which I must say we've all had our eyes on. I love these trousers. They are perfect for, you know, if you're going to the park or in the garden or even going out, you know. I love that fabric. It makes them quite dressy, doesn't it? Especially when you see how well they go with Jenny's garden shed as well. She's just perfect. Complimented from coordinating all from head to toe, from shed to toe. That was on the 3rd of this month with the elasticated bottoms, which I love because it means that you can just whip them up, can't you, if you want to have a paddle. You never know. So this is the fabric that she used. It's absolutely beautiful. Is it a crepe? It's gorgeous, and it's got that lovely, lovely drape. It is I'm going to say like a textured crepe. It's absolutely beautiful. This is in fern green, your tea party polka dot. Do-do-do-do-do. Lovely for the trousers that we saw, but again, great for dresses, for shorts, 100% polyester, and it's a bubble crepe. 145 centimetres wide for £7.99. If you do want to watch the demonstration back with Jenny McCreary, you can do so on our YouTube channel, which if you type in Sewing Street TV on YouTube, and then the date, which was, remind me, sorry, 3rd of June, you can watch the demonstration back. It's just £7.99, 145 wide, so look, you get loads of fabric. It looks sunny in Scotland, didn't it, Jenny? On the photograph, it looks like you've had nice weather up in Glasgow. It's gorgeous, isn't it? She sent the demonstration all the way from Glasgow. The other two fabrics that, again, ideal for these trousers. This next one's called Bertie. Is it these ones? Oh, this is so cute. Oh, I love this. This is very sort of, you know, you love your Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, 80s, 90s sort of theme. That's so cool, isn't it? 100% polyester. This isn't a bubble crepe. It's a double crepe. So it's a slightly heavier weight than the last one. 140 wide for £7.99. I love it. It's ever so soft, I must say. It's really, really soft indeed. That's £7.99 a half metre. If you love soft, I've never seen these. You'll love this. This one's brushed. Oh, yes. Oh, it's like, have you got a pashmina? Pashmina, one of those nice silky soft scarves. It's like that. This would be really nice to make your own pashminas, actually. Oh, my favourite. These, again, ideal for those trousers, but look at how... Oh, I wish we had touch of vision so you could reach in and feel it. It's 100% viscose, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's brushed twill, and it absolutely drapes beautifully. Those of you that are beginners, this would probably be the easiest of the three to use. It is very, very soft indeed, so give it as many sort of pins as you can as well. But out of the three, I'd say that this one is probably going to be the most well behaved. £7.99, it's gorgeous. Oh, I'd really like the trousers out of these. Oh, little pair of shorts. It's so soft. Nice lightweight as well for this warm weather we've been having. Okay. Oh, we've been so spoiled with this weather. I know that it's, we're bringing the outdoors in today, bringing our garden inside because it's not great weather today outside. Let's do, the linens. We're going to do some hessians in a minute, and I love this sort of natural look that we've got going on. This is beautiful. This is a stone colour, wash linen, 100% stone for £5.99. Trousers again, obviously, or a nice jacket. You could do a beautiful linen suit, couldn't you? And it's really lovely and wide, so again, great value for money for linen. Great quality linen as well. £5.99 for the stone colourway. Nice for bags as well. You could do a nice bag, couldn't you? We haven't got the lavender. I think that's sold out now. Tops would be beautiful as well. £5.99 a half metre for your denim colour in linen. £5.99 a half metre. Both of the B fabrics have now sold out. Absolutely. Just £5.99. So we started the show a bit differently today. Those of you that watched right at 8 o'clock, then we didn't start with the early bird. We started with an extra special surprise. So we've got a bit of a discount for everybody today. It is for today only. We've tried to do something a bit different for everyone. We're bringing our garden. We've been talking about gardening a lot, haven't we? So we thought we'd bring the garden to you at home with some serious discounts as well. If you've had your eye, because they're always on our set, aren't they? If you had your eye on these, we We absolutely love them. The drawstring bag and the Hexie sewing kit should be £40. Today it's £31.98. This is one of those that if you are watching right now, if you've heard me mention this and you want them, then you can get them. It's not going to be one that you can easily sort of just scroll through and find on the web, if I'm being brutally honest. It's going to be one of those, if you know, you know. If you can find it, you can find it. It's almost like the little secret trail to find the treasure at the end. The secret garden. So if you do want to come into the secret garden and get this discount, then you will need to jot down the item code number. It's JHXC19, which is at the top of the screen there, and you can put that into the search engine on the top of our website, or call the customer service team. It's 0800 001 4433, free to call from anywhere in the UK. You do get all of the goodies that are in there as well. Your seam ripper, your thread, you get a lovely pair of scissors and a tape measure, all very useful things. Some pins in there as well, a little pin cushion for £31.98, with your drawstring bag as well, with the lovely bees. We love the bees, don't we? We've absolutely loved all these bee-themed things today. But you will need to go to www.sewingstreet.com, type in at the top JHXC19, and you'll be able to find that discounted, incredible special. Thanks for that one, Hannah. Thanks for that. That was thanks to Hannah. Hannah said, well, it was a thank you to everybody at home for watching our garden show. You wouldn't know that it was there unless you search the code. So there's now limited quantity on those. We only started with about 30, so be aware. Okay. So the set looks beautiful, doesn't it? And I must say, Hannah and Kat have done an amazing job this morning on putting together this lovely set. So I was saying yesterday and last week, actually, when I was talking about the Hessian, was that, look, right, so we've all got lots of maybe glass jars. Olives, was this, or was it gherkins? Pickled onions, jam. We've all got glass jars that sit in the recycling bin. So if you've got any glass jars, wash them out, fill them with water, and display your flowers. Christenings, weddings. We had jars like this on our wedding day, all as the table decorations. But also, if you haven't got, even if you haven't got your flowers, you can put, obviously not with water in, but you can keep your marking tools in there as little displays. You don't have time. Hannah says, I didn't have time, but you could do embroidery words on the front, label them like pens and or crochet hooks in the other. That you can sort of label them up. But I think that's a really nice little upcycle idea to put on your window ledge. So the one fat quarter kit, which we would use for a project like this, is this one, as it's got lots of Hessian. This is perfect for that project. Well, I say that project, you could use double-sided sticky tape for this. Hannah said, I used double-sided sticky tape because if you are thinking you're going to do it for an event or something, then it's quick and easy. It's going to last, that event, isn't it? If you are just using it for something that's going to be put on the window ledge, then it's not going to be, getting lots of wear and tear. Double sellotape did the job. So you've got your Hessian, you've got 4 beautiful natural fat quarters for £8.99. Maybe you've got an embroidery machine, you could embroider little labels on them. You could make little labels with the Hessians, couldn't you? That'd be lovely. What about making bunting? Or I made using Hessian, like little bunting to go around a crate where everybody put their cards at my wedding. And little confetti drawstring bags. You get the little ribbon as well, so you can upcycle this again, use the ribbon to go round your jars. Hannah says, maybe you'll be better at doing bows than I am. I saw somebody on, I think it was on TikTok, they did the loo roll into a fancy bow on the end. You know when you can fold it into like the point? Yeah, I could do that. But I think it was Stacey Solomon. She was doing this bow and had on the toilet roll an amazing bow. Have a go at that one, Hannah. So I can't even tie my shoelaces into a fancy bow. £8.99 for your Hessian and natural fat quarters. We've also got the one with the lovely French writing. We're presuming it's French. I think it is. I think English words in there, and I'm just saying that it's French. I can see that says styles. That definitely says styles in English. This is, oh no, I don't know the code, sorry. But you've got this lovely spotty one, which you can see Hannah's used again here. And then you've got your two plain, which are almost like your seeded lovely cuttons. And then you also have 2 fat quarters of your detailed printed ones as well. Just £14.99. 5 fat quarters, sorry, this time, including that lovely spot on one. They're really nice. Great idea. Really nice little upcycling idea and nice, quick, easy projects for £14.99. Even if you're growing herbs and spices or pot, you could do like on the bottom of your pot plants, can't you? Maybe if you're using tins or something to grow your herbs and spices, you might want to make them look, you know, a bit different to a baked bean tin. Be nice to just cover your kitchen. If you are just keeping them in your kitchen to grow your herbs and spices, good idea. You need to, oh right, okay, pierce holes in the bottom for drainage. That's Hannah's gardening tip of the day. £14.99. She's ever so knowledgeable, isn't she, our Hannah? Who's your favourite gardener? Who's your favourite gardener? Who do you watch a lot of? Who? Monty Don. Monty Don. If you watch Gardener's World, you'll know exactly who Monty Don is. Alan Gardner. Alan Gardner's cat's favourite. I'm just going to stick with good old-fashioned Titchmarsh, yeah. The Brothers. There's the one, the young Welsh guy who's got really quite YouTube famous as well. And there's obviously Charlie Dimmock. She's still gardening, isn't she? Right. Is she the one with the handsome brothers? Oh, okay. They're not her brothers, but there's handsome brothers that are on gardening show with her. We've got more fat quarters, haven't we? I've still got the red and white and the one with the lovely gingham as well. Red and white, Hannah's got an idea. As long as you're careful, she's saying. Obviously, be careful. Be safe. But if you're using jars, do like a strip around them, and then putting a tea light in them, absolutely. Nice little candles, doing nice little Christmas candle holders or country kitchen sort of. I like doing the top of jam jars. Use the top of jam jars, make your own jams or make your own slow gin jam. Oh, £12.99. Peach Bellini jam in the garden centre. Oh, lovely. So you've got your hessian in here again. You've got your lovely little hearts. You've got your gingham. And you've also got the printed, like, snowflakes, which is lovely for Christmas. £12.99. Or, go on, what were you going to say? Or you can what? For this one, you can make little lavender bags, couldn't you? To hang on doors or spare. I'm thinking for guest bedrooms, they'd be lovely if you've got any dried lavender from the garden. Maybe if you know somebody with smelly shoes. Maybe you need something for in your shoes, in the entrance hall. In your shoe cupboard. Stuff it with some lavender. I know people make like garlic sacks as well with hessian and this sort of natural fabric. Nice for in the kitchen. Not to put in your shoes or into your knicker drawer. £12.99, but that's your brown and natural, and it comes with those lovely, again, your gingham and your spots. Your white spots also for less than £13. Amazing. Right, is there anything else that you want me to recap? What we're going to do is we're just going to quickly assess the situation and let you know stock updates. Tomorrow's show, it's not me tomorrow, it's Block of the Week. John's back tomorrow. His car's all fixed, isn't it? Oh, he's got a rental car for a month, I believe, whilst his car's been fixed. He's going to be back with you anyway tomorrow, 8 a.m. Oh, right. It was amazing to see Cara. She came into the studio as we finished our show a couple of days ago to film her hour for you, and it's just lovely to see her. At 8 a.m, the retro backpack with Cara coming up. At 9 o'clock, it is Week 10. Where is this time gone? Week 10, a block of the week. Those of you that are keeping up with it, if you haven't, don't worry, you can watch it back on YouTube at any point. Start the block of the week if you want, with block number 10 at 9 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock, we're going to be talking Janome, which I know that John absolutely loves his new machine. So he's going to be talking about Janome quilting tools coming up at 10 o'clock. It's been amazing being with you for the last few days. We've had so much fun, haven't we? Hope you've enjoyed our gardening show. Keep all your pictures coming in because we love to see them. The friction pens, by the way, just so you're aware, launched today. All 4 of them in a bundle. Remember, individually available on the website as well if you want to just dip your toe in and have a try. But to be able to get all 4 of your ballpoint pens, you've got your red, black, blue and green in a bundle for £14.96 for paper and for fabrics. They're fantastic value as well. Do make the most of those. Thank you very, very much, Hannah, for turning our morning into a lovely... Thanks for turning up and bringing us loads of lovely flowers. We've had a lovely day. It's been really nice, hasn't it? If you missed yesterday's show, the next hour that you're going to see is going to be a repeat of yesterday's show. So do make sure you stick around. We've got so much coming up for you this weekend as well. I'll see you on Saturday. John will see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Have a nice day.